Yeah.
You're just planning your stakeout for as he goes to sleep.
I mean, I would think that the hag, presumably pretty experienced and knowledgeable in how to do this, would be fairly suspicious of us right now, right? Like we've done a lot to kind of uh, give the game away. No, no offense to any of us, but um, I think the fact that we can force her to act when it might not be prudent is very helpful. So I think like she's going to be attacking him even if she doesn't think it's a good idea, right? Because of the potion.
I hope
So,
so.
Like
So-
Sauros around Tervium.
perhaps. I don't know a lot about hags. Are we able to can we physically hide inside the building, or should we wait outside and see her enter? Or is she invisible? Does anybody know anything about that? Like, could we see her go in?
I mean, she's got a physical form, right? We've seen
Yes,
her.
she can appear as a woman. Any
Right.
woman.
But you can't like turn invisible or
Well,
apparate somewhere. or
Well, she
something.
can be in the ethereal plane, and we are in the material plane, so it is not technically invisible.
but we will not be able to see her.
Right.
Is
So we
there
probably
only
need to
one
be
door?
we probably need to be inside the house then. If she can just appear inside.
Well,
Do we want to fight her in the house or out of the house?
Probably in the house, because we will look like we are beating up on a innocent woman.
That's true.
Well, then we should move the children.
The children are still here, or have they left? Did we tell them to leave?
They're there.
Well, they can't stay with their mother.
I mean,
What's
She's
that?
dead.
is there one door in? Is there multiple doors?
There's only
Are
one
we-
door.
One
Okay.
door. This one.
Because I can set up, I can set up this rope in front of the front door and cast snare on it. So if she walks through that, she'd get restrained, hopefully.
If she's
Then we can
in
really
the
get the jump on
material
her.
plane.
question. I have something called detect magic. Would that be able to detect her?
If she does something magical, yes. I don't believe it just detects magical beings, but let me check.
Well, I mean,
So
I guess,
Morteza
yeah, I
can
don't know
see
if-
her while she's in the ethereal, with the item he has, and
Yeah, I got the goggles.
I can sense the presence of magic.
I think if she was feeding, perhaps Silky, that would be something. But
My only issue is if she manages to sneak inside the house without us noticing, finishes him off before we even realize anything's happened, right?
it would be quite embarrassing.
So,
Well, I guess I'm thinking if she's disguised, invisible, that's magic. So I should be able to detect it. And if she's not doing anything, we should see her, right?
Well, no, she's actually not here when she's in the ethereal plane. Like she's in a different plane of existence. So
she would just blink
yeah,
and
it's
she'd
not.
be
It's
in.
not that she's invisible. It's that she's literally in this plane that, it's like the ghost plane essentially that hovers close to the waking world, but is literally a slightly different dimension.
But if she starts eating dreams, that is, I would think, some form of.
I think we need to
magical-
keep an eye on him.
I will
Like, not
also
just be
say
outside the
you have
house,
been
but-
able to find her, and it might be something else you'd be able to do again while she's feeding, by using the detect good and evil, as
Right.
it's pretty clearly an evil act that she's doing.
A disgusting act.
Let me see if it's magical.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I have an idea. What if we get Salros to dress up like a prostitute and sneak in bed with him so he can be our alarm system if he just appears without us noticing in the house, and we can stay outside the house and have that alarm system?
You know,
AKA Salros.
That could work.
that is actually not a bad idea.
Unfortunately, he can only disguise himself for an hour, so it would have to be very.
Can you just keep doing it?
Well, it would just waste all of his spell slots, I assume.
He's got nothing else to do, right?
Well, I can take turns with him because I have disguise self as well.
I suppose I could also take turns.
Oh, no, I don't know if I like the idea of wasting 6 spell slots to cycle in and out of a room for. We could just keep somebody in the room, right? And just like hide in the corner and she appears. And if she's in there, we already have her, right? Like, we don't need to catch her in the act. We can just be like, what are you doing here? And then get her before she. Like, we don't
Could
need
the hag,
to.
could the hag be watching us now?
If you want,
Are there
you
any
can
women
also
about?
you can also refer to the Red Wizard. We can say that y'all are asking him some of these questions before you've actually left, for simplicity's sake. If you
Yeah,
want
well-
some feedback on what his knowledge of the hag.
Yes,
you-
let us think back to what the old red maid said. Red
Red
maid,
Maid.
what do we do?
What do you think about
When
the
she
plan of.
feeds, she will touch the sleeping target while still remaining on the ethereal plane. You will have difficulty detecting her. You must either spot her going in, spot her while feeding using the glasses, or try to prevent or set some sort of alarm that might alert you when he is fed upon. If you wish,
How
I
long
can
does the
teach
feeding
you-
process take?
It can take some time, or it can be quick. It depends on how deeply she wishes to sate herself and how safe she considers herself to be. As
More
long as
than a
you have
minute?
not alerted her, she would likely stay for some long time, especially considering the tincture that we have prepared for this target to take.
The tincture. Okay.
When does she have? Is there any point where she has to be in the material plane during this process?
No. But after
Will,
she is fed
like-
from him, she will not be able to stay in the ethereal plane. Another
we see
option would be
something
to
like-
simply wait, as she may be forced back into the material plane upon leaving the house.
But he
Will
would be
we-
dead. Right.
Yeah.
If she is fed upon him enough that she is at the point of finishing her prey off, that would be the case, yes. But not necessarily, as she typically a night hag will feed many nights upon the same prey, inducing them to further and further violence before killing them.
I apologize for my lack of knowledge here, but what's going to be the most straightforward way of pulling her to the material plane? Because
That
it
is
seems
what the
like
poison is for. It will prevent her from staying on the ethereal plane and pull her back momentarily. Once she is on the material plane, you must remove from her hands the black orb, and she will no longer be able to escape to the ethereal plane.
and we're giving the poison to the guy that she's going to feed on. Poison in the well, right?
Correct.
So then when she feeds on him, that means that she'll be pretty close to him when she
She
drinks the poison.
She will be touching him, and it will be through his dreams that the poison infects her.
Okay, okay. So we'll catch her in bed or around this guy's bed, is what it sounds
She,
like.
upon feeding, should be forced off of the ethereal plane fairly shortly after, for at least a moment. And she will struggle to stay on the ethereal plane for the next few hours.
Okay, so we have to be inside if we want to see her, or if we want to catch her. That's what it sounds like to me.
I would think this a relatively harder way to catch her. You could try. If there are enough places to hide inside, it could work. But if she sees, and he looks around the room, 6 heavily armed people waiting about her sleeping target, I don't know if even the dream orchid would be enough.
So you think waiting outside is better?
If you do not think the man is likely to die or do something vile or violent right away, it could be, as she would be forced back onto the ethereal plane after feeding. You may even see her appear seemingly out of nowhere on the street.
Well, the man has already suffered quite a bit under her, it seems. I don't know how much time he has left if he continues to be preyed upon.
There are some spells that might ease his suffering. If you
Yeah,
know
like
how
a knife to the
cast
throat.
protection from good and evil, at the right time at least, it could protect him from her assault.
Hey, Vinny, do you know the protection does the good
Soros
provide
has
that?
it. Soros has it on his lyre.
I'm not giving it to him.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure Vinny can cast it.
I can't.
Yeah. I can guess it too.
Okay. And
God,
for the
all these-
children, I was thinking maybe I could take them to Evelyn's and they could stay there for the night. Does that sound good to y'all?
That's
That
fine.
seems acceptable.
If you think your relationship is there already.
What?
Hey, Miss Fruit Woman, please take care of these kids you don't know.
Would you like to come with me and talk her into it?
I don't know. That is the best use of my skills.
It's more just like childcare, really, but okay. Let's do that, but we can wait. Haven't really seen very many safe places in this part of town. To be honest.
Vinny, I think you are just scared of the big city.
The what?
Look,
The big city. This is a big. You are from small town, yeah? Small village, no?
Oh, I thought you said big sippy, like she was like sipping on your, like the hag was like sipping on you or something, and it's like, yes, I am.
That is just my accent, Vinny. Come on.
so the way I
It
see
is
it,
worth noting while on the ethereal plane, she may move through matter easily.
That was my concern. She could just simply go in without us even seeing her and leave without us knowing,
But upon her leaving,
except leaving.
she will be forced back, at least for a moment.
okay, if we're not going to be able to hide inside because she'll see us, then we have to wait till she's
You
done.
could try if there are enough hiding spots.
We've tried stealth before; it never works for us.
Perhaps we could have
Rocket
Saul
be an
Rose
animal. Oh.
be with it. Oh, yes. Perhaps we could have Saul Rose be within, what is the range? 100 feet, and he just like checks in on the guy every 30 minutes. And if he doesn't respond, then we know something is amiss.
He's going to be asleep, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Look, here's the way I see it. The guy has already been corrupted a lot by whatever the hag's done. And the only way we're going to catch the hag is if she drinks enough poison to get stuck in the material plane. Because we suck at stealth, we're going to need to be outside regardless. And I could be a spider that hangs out inside and climbs out and lets everybody know when it's go time. That's fine. I think I should also set up a snare on her at the front door. If we just wait outside the front door, hopefully she'll get trapped up by a snare as she's trying to leave discreetly. And either way, that'll be the signal to bum rush her. And if she feasts a little too much on the guy and he ends up kicking it, I don't care.
Oh,
I
God.
agree with the Master Gnome. The human being fed upon is of a trifling matter. Protect his children if you wish, but as long as they are out of harm's way. Sounds as if this man has murdered his wife. He likely faces harsh punishment and separation from his children anyways, in the eyes of the law.
So, unless anybody objects, that seems like the most straightforward approach.
That is agreeable. We need to separate the stone from her, right, mage? So that she cannot flee.
Correct. It will not. The potion will not. The poison will not be able to prevent her from getting back to the ethereal. It will only prevent her from staying on it indefinitely. It is likely that she will be able to flee from you still if she keeps it in her possession by jumping onto the ethereal, and you will only have some small moments to attempt to grab her when she's forced out again.
So the way I see it, I'll set up a snare right outside the front door, so she won't notice it while she's, doing her ethereal thing and feeding on this guy. I can be our eyes inside. If we just leave one window open a crack, I'll crawl in and out. Once I see her, I'll need the goggles to see into the ethereal plane, I guess, so I can actually see when she's inside. But once I see her,
The goggles, it will be difficult to use them to spot her while she is feeding, as you will not be able to use this wand in a spider-like form, for one matter. And two, I am afraid that the effects only last for 10 minutes. If you use it wantonly, you may find yourself without its usage as she attempts to flee from you.
Okay.
I think your best course of action is perhaps to simply allow her to feed until she reveals herself on the material plane, either inside the house or out of it, and then to attempt to jump on her all at once.
That's fine by me. Still get to the same place. As soon as I see a hag-like woman appear out of nowhere, I can crawl out, change back into my normal self. Vinny, you'll just have to keep eyes on the window so you can send a message to other people who are on the other side of the house who might not be able to see me. Through that, we can get ourselves ready. As she leaves, either she hits the trap or she doesn't. Either way, there'll be an axe and a sword and some spells waiting for her as she opens up. Does that sound agreeable?
That sounds like a plan to me.
So we're getting her as she's leaving.
Yes, that is the only option, I believe.
Okay.
The way
If there is some way you can fully surround her, she cannot fly, to my knowledge, and even in the ethereal plane, she will be on the border ethereal. This means that she will not be able to pass through certain things, while most material items will be no problem. Living things, and some other especially dense metals or magical traps, will be able to keep her boxed in, or at least not let her pass through. If you have gold or lead, or are able to just surround her with 6 people would be hard. You would need perhaps 2 more. She would not be able to run past you.
I mean, what if one of us just sits on her?
That would not work while she's in the ethereal.
I like where your head's at, though.
That's a big Gaz Swiggerson move right there.
All right. I think that's probably enough planning, guys. It's time to
Yep.
hit the hard points of
Let's
what you're
enact it.
doing and get.
Yes, so we all remember what the Red Maid said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just bum rush her as she's leaving.
I'm going to talk to the guy and tell him that perhaps it's best if I take his children to a safe place for the night.
Where are you taking them?
Do you know the
I don't know,
herbalist?
probably not in the house of a murderer, somewhere safe.
What does it?
A brothel.
Do you
Never look there.
you know the herbalist, Evelyn?
Yes. Would she watch them for the night while we do this thing?
I believe she would. She gives off good vibes.
Bless you.
Okay. I'm sure they would be safe with her.
Yes. So you don't mind,
Uh,
we'll take him over there.
As that's going on, I'll be sure to point out to Vinny, like, hey, make sure that that window on the south side's opened up a little bit, so I can get through. And then I'll start setting up my snare right outside the front door.
Here or
Yeah, I think I think the southern one will let me see the kind of everything that's
You can
going
see
on.
the door there, yeah.
easily.
Or see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll wait till everybody's passed through this door, till Vinny's outside and the guy's inside, and everything's done, and the kids are gone. And then I'll finish setting up 25 feet of rope into a magical snare right outside.
Okay.
Does the herbalist consent to watching the children, or do I need to convince her?
She does. She does. She seems quite taken with the baby. The younger child, she's happy to let stay with her. She cradles the baby when you hand him to her. What a beautiful little life. And she brushes.
It should
hair
be just
aside
for
and
the
smiles.
night, I think. But thank you so much.
I would be hard pressed to separate from this one after just a night. But okay, I'm happy to watch them.
We appreciate it.
This is what she looks like, by the way, Rockgut and Soke.
It's pretty hot.
She's pretty
Oh,
hot.
I
Oh,
didn't,
baby.
oh, I didn't see her.
Well, I haven't put her up yet.
Oh.
She's like Kira Metz.
But she's pretty hot. Oh, hang on. Here we go.
Hot people
Oh
only
my
in
god,
this
every
world.
time I...
Oh yeah.
Big ol' hot
Betsy.
girl.
Is Betsy taken
Okay.
by her beauty? She can't even speak.
No, my like really not for me anymore. I just need to reload. But I caught a glimpse. We're good.
Gotcha.
That's druidic
I
order.
was
I'm
more,
gonna
I was more
join.
showing it for Rockgut for the druidic markings, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there you go. Alright. How are y'all... Where are y'all waiting around the house?
What is this building right next to us, across the street?
Can you point at it?
Oh, to our left. Here,
Uh,
I'll try pointing at it.
seems to be someone's house.
Shit.
Third Amendment.
These are pretty much all houses.
Taken
Oh.
over.
You could certainly get on the roof, or you could hide nearby.
Eh.
Or you could walk in and convince the owner or try to sneak in.
I don't think so.
What if we hide behind these hay bales over
You could do that.
here? Over here.
So you're hiding behind the hay bales. Is anyone else joining in?
We don't have line of sight on the entrance, right?
Well, she can exit from anywhere if she's still in the ethereal. So entrances, not really a big thing to her.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do the park. Is there any good
Okay.
place to hide in?
Yeah, you can hide.
So,
by,
like-
hide by the tree. Try to
Okay.
You can hide
try
it
to be
in
a relaxed
under in the
warforged.
water of the fountain. Like you don't need to breathe.
Act as a statue.
Yeah.
I think Solros is going to be on Rockgut watching duty, so he's going to hide among these barrels or
Okay.
crates over
So
here.
there's a
Can he-
window right where Rockgut has placed his token.
Yeah.
So and that's probably the best window to see into the bedroom as well.
Yeah, that was my plan. It's just kind of
Aside
being
from the
around
one
that area.
kind of a little bit north of the bed, which is where Warden has placed himself.
Now, remember, we're going to need to hustle to get to the front door after we get the signal. So make sure you're physically able to get over there quickly.
Can I?
Look at
I-
Morteza.
Would I be able to hide in these bushes?
Yeah, where are you pointing? Sorry.
Oh, I moved my token.
Yes,
It's
you
just
can hide
like,
in those bushes.
let me rephrase it. Am I hidden in those
Well, you will. All of you will have to roll stealth checks. Some of you will get advantage depending on where you've chosen, or if you're disguised as, say, a spider, for example.
My
Vinny, where
wild
are
shape.
you going, if anywhere?
I'll stay with Silky.
Okay,
I have two people on the door over here.
sounds good.
My
And
wild
you were
shape
saying
only
something?
lasts for 4 hours total.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait to transform until I think he's fallen asleep.
All right.
We are conveniently all within Solros's talking range. So
You are. So, at about 10 o'clock, he falls asleep. As far as you can tell, Rockgut. Everyone is
All right.
moved about and is waiting around near the house. I'm presuming you wild shape at this point.
Correct. Into just a regular spider.
Okay, everyone roll stealth checks.
Oh shit! Right as I go up to pee.
All right,
I
come
will
on, solid.
give advantage to Morteza, and I'll give it to Vinny and Silky.
Thank you.
So I'm still rolling with disadvantage.
You are.
It's-
Sorry, you're not very stealthy.
Silky.
You're also
dear
in a
God.
park and you're still Warforged.
Silky, you ruined it. You
Are
ruined
you
Oh,
it.
saying
wow.
me rolling a 2 wasn't good enough?
All right. So, Saros has hidden himself well, waiting near the house, but in such a way that he's not really drawing any eyes, keeping his hood up and looking like he's minding his own business. Morteza is hidden from sight from the house, but is incredibly conspicuous to any guards walking up and down the street, as like peeking out around a hay bale, very openly staring at this house.
Good.
Warden is attempting to look nonchalant while he waits in a park, kind of hidden behind a tree from view from the south. He's like, "What do humans do while they wait calmly?" And he thinks they whistle. And there's this weird humming metallic noise coming from the north that's carrying a little too far. Silky is attempting to hide behind some very small bushes and has
It's like you
seemingly
see her
forgotten
tail
the
waving
size of her frame, thinking that she's short for a furball, right? But she's still quite large, and she is not doing a great job of concealing herself, as she's like pretty obviously poking out in some ways and viewable from the street. Vinny is completely invisible next to her, though, as pretty much any eye that looks over at these bushes is very much so drawn to the strange bits of bulky blue and the handle of a greatsword poking out from these bushes.
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
You are invisible next to a bush that has a greatsword, a blue tail, and like some arms and shoulders that are pretty visible from the street.
Is Silky in the bush?
She's like behind slash partly in the bush.
Okay.
And Rockgut,
Silky misjudged.
you are well hidden as a spider on the wall.
Just spinning my web. Spinning my web.
So some time starts to pass. Hits about 11 o'clock, and you see a guard patrol coming down. This guard patrol first stops at Silky and Vinny's bush. What are you doing in there?
I remain silent because I don't think they can see us.
We can see you in there. Any suspicious activities? State your name.
We're here preventing suspicious activities.
Such as?
I don't know if we're cool telling them. Well,
I might shake my
we've
head.
been hired by Mr. What's his name in the house?
You can just call him the Red Mage. Oh, that's Mr.
Mr. Red Mage.
I'm sorry, that's Mr.
No!
Delar. That's Mr. Delar. If you wanted to reference him.
Yeah.
Mr. Delar has hired us to keep an eye on his house. He's afraid something might be after him, so we've been generously paid by him to keep an eye on it tonight.
Well, that's the job of the guard, not folks such as yourself.
Well, maybe there's a reason he's paying us instead of having y'all do it.
Clearly, y'all haven't done a very good job, haven't you?
Who said that?
Oh. Vinny is shocked because he assumed that he was the one who had been
No.
who had been seen.
It was very
Not
much
Silky.
only Silky.
Okay.
It still hadn't spotted you.
Vinny knows that he's not.
As you now
Also,
peek your
Silky's
head
been
out.
saying "we" this whole time.
As you now poke your head out. Roll persuasion.
Me?
Or, either
Okay.
of you. But yes, probably
I'll do
Silky has
it.
been doing most of the talking.
Just indiscreet guidance.
I have pretty good persuasion. I'll do it.
All right. If you're working for Mr. Delar, that shouldn't be a problem. But we'll be coming back around later tonight. So, no
Yeah,
suspicious
I mean-
activities.
We'll let you know. I mean, y'all will probably be helpful.
Mm.
Don't worry. Yeah, just come check on us again.
Would you say your name as well?
What did I say? Hilda Hill.
Hilda Hill. Alright. And you?
Sherwood.
Very well. They continue on their way. They don't bother Salros, but Morteza. You there!
Yes?
What are you doing loitering about there?
Oh, I have been hired as private investigator by the parents of the missing Mrs. Dular. I am skilled in the forms of divination, and I am trying to divine where she might have gone off to.
Roll persuasion.
No.
I was really hoping you'd be a private investigator looking for Hilda Hill, hired by
Right.
your
It's
parents.
like an infinite cycle of just
Why?
like.
Why am I roll so low?
Well, you have 0.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, you. You can't have suspicious individuals loitering about at night. These are dangerous times. Please don't be scaring the families that live here. There's innocent children in there, and I'm sure there's better ways to go about your investigation than waiting outside.
Oh, perhaps you have some tips.
For starters, not stalking outside of a house and threatening public safety.
Wait, so I should just walk around like you all, and that is not stalking, yes?
Are you implying that we are threatening the people here?
No,
By
no,
keeping
no.
them safe from people like yourself?
Here, I'll just walk with you all.
I do think that is for the best. Come along then.
He's going to jail.
I'm patrolling. I am on patrol.
Yes, we'll be patrolling a little bit to the south. If you don't mind. How long are you gonna accompany them for, Morteza?
Oh well, I was hoping to patrol this area. Can we keep patrolling this area?
I think it might be best if you accompany us. We just have
But
a few more questions for you.
Oh no.
Ah, yes. Get the wizard in melee. Perfect.
We'll just be strolling down to the guardhouse so that we have a place to sit comfortably. What do you want to do, Morteza?
I think
You did a very bad job with your story, and then
I
also
know.
tried to insult the guards. So I will
I
take you
wasn't
out of this map.
insulting.
You were a little insulting.
I was trying to be
Unintentional.
complimentary.
Well, cultural differences.
Mm,
They get you every time, apparently.
let me see.
If you can think of something suave to say, I'll give you another persuasion roll.
Oh, okay, wait, let me think.
Do you want a big old orb? I've got an orb.
A big old orb.
Everyone, look how cool my mug is.
Nice latte.
Ooh.
Alright,
Escalade. I'm stalling for Chris.
I really don't know.
Could
My-
Solros see Morteza being taken away from his
Nope.
angle? No. Okay.
He can't peer through 3 windows straight through, get the direct shot
I'm gonna
as
have to
he's
say no.
walking away.
Oh, they went left. Sorry, my bad. Thought they went to like the corner.
Oh no.
Essentially, all you're trying to do is like convince them. You don't have to say anything specific, Chris, but just trying to convince them that you're just going about minding your own business, or that you'll leave the house alone for tonight, and just conduct your investigations during the day to appease the guards.
Right, I'll save that.
Okay, roll persuasion
roll.
again.
Alright.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, stay away from that house and stay safe at night. It's all well and good if there is anything afoot to investigate him during the day. Do let us know if you find out anything else and you're able to stroll off. But they watch you to make sure you're not going right back to that hay cart. So where are you going?
We're wasting all of our natural 20s.
I know. Well, I'll go towards the direction of the Harvey's Tavern. That's.
Okay.
I'll say I have a room at the Harvey's. I will go there.
Quite reasonable. You actually see, as you start to go that way, they actually double back. Silky and Vinny, about 30 minutes, 20 or so minutes after they passed by you and stopped you, they actually return. Listen. And they like start whispering to the bush. They like stop and try to like do it kind of surreptitiously. We saw a suspicious individual down south. Might be who you're looking for. We're going to carry on with our patrol and keep an eye out for if we see him again. Let me give you a nod.
Him?
I give him a little like tip. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm like, I'll turn to Vinny. Do you think it's her?
You said him, right?
They would have described a suspicious male
Okay.
with dark-colored clothing.
Well, do you think she
seedy-looking
can?
eyes.
Do you think she can transform into males?
No. Can I roll like an insight check for my own?
You have heard specifically that she can only turn into women.
Only do girls.
Or to see if it's a description of Morteza that I recognize.
Sure, you can roll an insight check.
I don't think he can. I don't think she can turn into men. Maybe there's weird
Maybe there's something else.
people around.
Should I go?
I don't
check
think
it
we
out?
should leave. No, I don't think we
okay.
should leave.
All right,
but-
Okay, I
Morteza,
trust you.
as you make your way back north towards the tavern, the guards seemingly have left you. You're no longer in line of sight of any guards. Where are you going now?
I'll check on the kids for a brief second
Okay.
since I'm already here.
It's not creepy at all.
As
What?
You knock, as you
Why-
knock on the door, you hear Evelyn's voice, and she assures you that they're both asleep and safe.
Okay, we are back to investigating.
It is about 11 o'clock now at this point.
You should probably go
or
to sleep yourself.
11:30 or so. So where are you going to continue your stakeout if you are going to try to do so?
I'll probably cut through the park as the closest thing, and then see Warden.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely see Warden. You actually hear this like weird eerie metallic tune as you get closer.
Warden, what are you doing?
This is what humans do. They whistle.
I do not whistle. Have you seen me whistle?
Well, you are not human.
Well, I am I'm half, or most. I am blessed with the blood of the plane of fire, but that does not mean I could not whistle if I wanted to. I just choose not to.
Well,
And I put myself away from the fountains noticeably. I put Warden between me and them.
Roll a new stealth check, Morteza. Come on, give me a low roll. Yeah. Morteza's standing off to the side, also begins to whistle in a very poorly loud tune.
We're only like
It's an
100
odd
feet
sight in
away.
this
Can
park,
we
and you
hear
see
them?
you don't hear them from 100 feet whistling, no. But you do see Morteza and Warden as you hide in the park hide. You see a few people strolling through, maybe cutting through to get home from the tavern, that decide to go the other way upon seeing you two in the park, or maybe they just decide to go the other way for some other reason that you do not know of.
you whistle poorly.
You whistle poorly. At least I have lips.
Well, that is cheating.
There's no need to go for a low blow, Morteza.
Now I'm being racist.
Another 2 hours pass. It's about 1:30 in the morning.
I'm gonna use my second wild sheep.
Morteza, have you used any usage of the wand at this point?
The Wand of Secrets or
The wand of sight.
I have many wands, DM.
How many wands have I
A
given you?
Warden. You think I should use this thing yet? That there's been some time. I have 3 charges though.
I have a feeling the witch would be hard to spot randomly, right?
Yes.
Go ahead. Why not?
Yeah.
This seems the way
It's
of
a
this
gamble.
party.
I still have 2 other chances. I'll use. On Warden's prompting, I will use one.
Okay.
Just look around.
So at 1:30 you use it, and it's good for 10 minutes. As you look around, you do see an old man that you had not seen before in the park that seems to be dusting over one of the graves. And looking closer, you see this sort of silvery ethereal about him. But you do not see a night hag at this time. Rockgut, as you wait on the wall,
My web is very fancy at this point.
you've spent some time. This is maybe your masterwork. Very intricate. You're quite proud.
Mhm.
You can actually see a fly has been caught at one point in it already. Pretty fast
Fuck
work.
yeah.
You're not
Midnight
hungry at the
snack.
moment, but you're feeling quite accomplished. If you were a spider, you're confident you would be successful at it. And suddenly, as this sense of bravado and confidence is really sitting in your chest, there's this like cold, unsettling feeling that creeps in. You can't quite place why, but it's
Getting
like
the
it's
willies.
harder to breathe even as a spider in the room you're in.
Is anyone out there? He said it's getting harder and harder to
Shut
breathe.
the fuck
Oh
up.
my God.
About
I'm just
3 or
staring
so
down the
minutes
dude.
pass, and Morteza, coming out of the house on the wall right from the bedroom, you see her at about 1:35 in the morning, leaving the house
Leaving.
Oh, shit.
directly to the south of you and Warden. Only you see her right now. What
Only
are you
I
doing,
see
if
her.
anything to alert Warden? Or are you doing anything? Are you trying to play it cool now that you spotted her?
I tried to play it cool, but I write out a note and then I pass it to Warden.
Well, you're not really. I thought you weren't within like handing distance from him.
No, I walk it over to him.
Oh, okay. Roll stealth
That was
and sleight of hand to try to do this quickly. As you
Stealth
just
and
saw
sleight
her
of
walk
hand.
out.
Sleight of hand, then stealth.
Did she go through the wall on the left?
You write very quickly. You're a
Yeah.
practiced artisan, and you're able to very quickly scribble. Oh, I see her to the south. She can walk through walls, and you quickly hand this over to Warden. How surreptitious are you about it?
Well, I'm trying not to make noise. Otherwise, I would have just told him.
Hence the stealth roll.
Yeah, right.
You got 2 speeds. It's either natural 20 or
You quickly are able to. You stroll over to Warden. You're trying to be nonchalant, and you hand this note over to him. But as you do, you actually like turn and you're looking, and you trip a little bit and caught on your road, stumble. Warden's able to catch you while looking down at the note. But as you glance over where you saw the hag, she's turned and sees you. Warden, you now have the note. Morteza, you see her begin to run to the south. At which point, for a moment, she doubles over, begins coughing, and Warden, you see a creature appear to the south that you had not previously seen in such a form. The Night Hag
Oh shit.
on the material plane.
Time to put on some combat music.
What are y'all doing?
uh,
How are you alerting your party, if at all? And I need to get into Spotify. Thank you for reminding me, Sam.
can we see her big?
Well,
Yeah, she's normal sized.
No, can we see like the zoomed in?
Oh, you
version
want to
of
see a
her?
picture of her?
Yeah.
The big baddie.
Of course.
I'm still just staring at the bed, so don't. I guess maybe do I hear the coughing?
No. As
I don't know. Are you paying attention or are you passively paying attention?
21 passive perception.
it's through a wall. It's not like she's coughing super
That's fair.
loud.
Is this the Oni? Looks like the Oni.
I mean,
This horned, hunched over, hideous blue creature holding this large black orb the size almost of a small human's head. What are y'all doing? if anything.
All right.
Warden and
I
Morteza,
said.
you see
I'm
her on the
trying
material
to
plane.
quantify.
You need to think
That's
about how
what I'm
to
trying to
alert your
do.
party, or pursue her right now.
I start
Right.
running towards
Hang on.
her.
Wait, where
And
is
say,
she? Is she in this bottom left?
yeah, right here.
In the middle
Yeah.
of the.
She's
So
over
I yell to. All right, I tell Morteza, I'll try and restrain her. You get everyone else, and I.
Okay, that I can do.
I mean, you could just
No.
yell to
Do
alert
we
the
do
party.
we have a safe word? Like a signal word?
You certainly did not do that at the time.
Nope.
Okay, so I run here and just yell. She's to the south.
All right.
South of what, Warden? South of what?
Passive,
Of the house.
Passive perception of, I think everyone should be able to hear what Warden just yelled.
Okay.
All of you are alerted. And
And then, do I still have my action after that or no? up to
you all are going to roll initiative.
Okay.
I'm giving you your movement for free, but not necessarily your next turn.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Okay. Which we get a free round of movement here? You're saying?
Dude,
Or-
Warden
what
got a
is
free
going?
round of
Dylan, what'd
movement.
you do?
Oh, okay.
What'd you do to my character when I joined this campaign? What did you?
Night
What me,
Hag.
dude?
Do to me.
Cursed.
Intelligence. Oh wait, I rolled
Ooh,
intelligence.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Well, whatever.
2 natural ones
That's actually
today.
a 4 then.
Feast or famine.
Yeah. That's the group apparently.
All right.
Oh, this would have been so good to roll a high initiative on Vinny.
Would have been great if she actually went out the front door, but oh well. Damn hags.
Women, am I right?
That's what Vinny thought a hag was at first. He didn't realize it was like a magical
A
being.
magical being, yeah.
Crazy old lady. Yeah. Alright. At least Sorrow's tie.
Okay. Warden, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay.
We're not getting any music, by the way.
I got it.
Oh, it's blasting.
Will Savino?
No. Oh, it is Will Savino. He can do it all, man.
So I'm gonna run up to her. Do I see the orb on her?
You do,
Like,
it is in
use-
your hand.
Okay. I'm going to make one attack to like knock it out of her hand, and the other to. Or actually, here. Sorry, let me just do this. Just do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my vow, and one attack to knock it out of her hand, or try and disarm her from it, and then the other to just hit her. If that is okay.
Okay, so you're doing your vow on her.
Yeah.
You're now specifically aiming to get her to knock something out with your first attack.
Like I'm trying to like hit her hand, so she drops it.
I will give you a straight roll because I would do
Okay.
disadvantage since you're aiming at just the hand.
Okay.
That does hit. Would she drop it? Hang on, let me think about attacking her hand.
Okay.
I'm looking up any kind of disarm ability in
Yeah, I
5e.
guess I should have looked that up. My bad.
I'm sure there's some kind of legal precedent for this.
Yeah, I see that there's. Here, I'll just paste it in chat. Wait.
There you go.
That's
I got one. So
ruling. Oh, perfect.
I got a few optional rules. Yeah, basically that's exactly what I was looking at. It's contested. She has advantage. You have disadvantage. I already gave you disadvantage, and you rolled a 24. You fucker. The second combat, he's like rolling a 1 or a 5 on stealth, and then the combat goes, and he's like, I better roll a 20 now. Okay. So she's going to roll her athletics.
Come on.
Where the fuck is... There we go. Oh my god. Ooh.
Oh, yikes.
You got Mortez's dice over there.
Don't drop it on the first attack as you take your second swing towards her.
Oh, she has. Okay.
She beat you on the contested disarm.
Gotcha.
You could also attempt to like grapple her, but that would be your whole action instead of a multi-attack.
Yeah. Sorry. Alright.
No, you're fine. That is what we'll do for the disarm attack. Is it is literally you will attack her, saying you're trying to disarm, and she will get the contested athletics or acrobatics roll.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and disarm her again.
Okay.
Just like swinging at her arms, and she's like, ha, ha.
Swinging wildly at her arm. Unfortunately,
Oh, wow.
both times she's able to. She's got this. It's not acrobatics that she's even avoiding your blows. She's got this iron grip on the orb, clearly not willing to let it go. But she is on the material plane right now. And Saros has heard. What is he doing, if anything?
Carlos will be sad that I did not get to do the motivational speech. That was the one thing he told me that he wanted to do. So I'm going to. He's going to be alert of what's going on. Move out to where he can see fight. That's 15 feet there. And let me ask a question about this spell here.
Hey, Dylan, why did it get advantage?
Why did you get advantage?
No, why did it get advantage?
That's just what it does. It just gets
Okay.
advantage. Target has advantage on its ability check. Oh wait, that's if it's larger.
If it is larger.
Target makes... If the attacker wins the contest... Let me see. Hang on. The one I was looking at just said advantage. I just gave it. Is that only if it's larger?
Music's
She
kind
has-
of trippy.
She has
My
advantage because
mistake.
Dylan said
She does not have advantage because she's not larger and she's not holding with two hands. And she dropped it on the first attack. Unfortunately, a 15 does not hit. So I'd say you did see her drop the orb. It is on the ground. With your next attack, she evades it. She's clearly got her eyes on the orb, which is on the ground next to her.
I'm not trying to roll slower, but would I have advantage on like a normal attack since I used my vow?
You would.
If I'm
So
like-
you can roll one more. To
Okay.
try. That hits.
Does that hit?
Yep.
Alright.
Roll damage.
And we gonna smite this lady.
Okay.
I thought Clark went to law school.
I'm gonna do a level 3.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I really rolled my smite.
You
Alright.
deal
That's fine,
27
though.
points of damage, striking her viciously. And she recoils, growling at you, but she is more concerned about the orb clearly on the ground. Sneaking, lurking. I saw you. I saw you. You will soon be mine as well.
Try your best, witch.
Alright. Saurus' turn.
He wants to try. I'm gonna try to cast. Let me see if this works, or you can tell me how this would work. I'm gonna try to cast slow, which is let me see if I can share it in the group.
Okay.
You can copy and paste
No.
the text. Worst
Oh
case.
right, yeah. Okay, let me just try that.
Yeah.
So it's 40-inch, or sorry, 40-foot cube. So can I do that to get just her and not Warden? Like, can I center it where the edge is?
When have we not cast a friendly spell?
Yeah, you can.
No, you can
The-
choose
her
the
warden.
creatures though. Up to 6 You alter time around up to 6 creatures of your choice.
So that means that I can choose to only do the hag.
You can.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I will do that. I will cast slow on the hag. Sorry for
Alright.
spamming that.
You're
Sorry.
good.
Okay, that's
What else is he doing? Is he moving at all?
He moved up a little bit, and he. What is the range on his inspirations? Is it 30 feet or 60 feet? 60 feet. Okay, so I'm close enough to hit Warden as well. So I will cast Slow on the Hag, and I will inspire Warden with a little ditty.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll write down what I did. Okay, and that's it.
She's now going to roll with advantage to save. And she saves. She's not slowed. As she glares over at the tiefling that has now revealed himself.
Uh-oh.
And Rocket, spider form, what are you doing?
Noticing what's going on outside, I apologize for not clarifying this earlier, but you said something about how she won't be able to like phase through living creatures after she's been poisoned. If she goes to the ethereal
Just
plane.
period. She can't phase through living creatures in the ethereal plane. But yeah.
Is a fey spirit a living creature in your eyes?
Link what you're planning to summon.
Okay, 1 second.
It's time for the lizard.
1 second.
I mean, I would say yeah, probably.
I was gonna cast a shit ton of lizards and around her.
Oh, hell yeah.
Surround her with lizards.
8 piece.
Huh.
So really, yeah, that first paragraph or so.
Yeah. Yeah, that
All right.
that counts. I'm on board with that.
I will do that. I will cast this spell and hold on 1 second. I'll look over at her, see Warden messing her up, and say, "There's some space around her that needs occupying," and I will just toss out 8 very similar looking lizards to what I've been rocking. Feel free to use the same tokens, and they're just gonna swarm around her.
We're surrounded.
You're gonna summon 8 lizard tokens around her, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I just want to make your job as difficult as
Not
possible.
giant lizards. These are just small lizards.
That's a giant lizard, right?
Where
I mean, it doesn't matter.
How many
8
giant
beasts
lizards
of-
can you summon?
8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Yep, that's
And
a giant
then-
lizard, so you summon 8 giant lizards. Wow.
Wow,
Good
that's a
lord.
really
Jesus.
good spell.
It is concentration, so that's basically all I'm doing in this fight.
I will roll initiative for them at the end of
Rocket is
this turn
just
round.
thinking
Because, good
lizard,
God,
lizard.
I'm
We're
probably
gonna
going to roll
clog up the-
one
clog up
round
the
of
turn order.
initiative.
Yeah, that's fine. Treat it however
Lizard-
you want.
I'm all-
Lizard
maybe
number
do
6 will
two
go
or three.
now.
All right. Will
I
you
want
add
one of them
the,
to
will you
be
pull the tokens and position them for your turn
Yeah.
then as you have jumping out reverted forms back in your druid phase and you're now outside of the house. I'm assuming you came out the window, right?
Yeah. I hopped out the window and
All
I'm
right.
just kind of chilling right there.
Vinny, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do the classic chain movement here. So I'm gonna move 30 feet as Vinny number 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down this way. Then I will summon my duplicate within 30 feet of me. So let me get second Vinny here. He'll be 3, 4 here, and then he'll move his 30 feet. And he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's probably not real cover, but he'll be like behind these bushes and trees here, whatever.
Okay. Dude, I
And that'll
can't.
be his.
I'm not like staying in the Spotify playlist for some reason.
You're missing
You're
out
gonna-
on Bear McCreary.
Outlander is a Great show. Definitely
Yeah,
recommend.
what is this?
Outlander.
Yeah.
I confuse it for Highlander, but Outlander's where they like, it's like
Where he
making
gets
out and
he gets
scroll
cut
stuff.
through
out.
time and space.
Oh yeah.
This
What?
picture is
Yeah.
this picture is so funny of the lizards surrounding him.
All right.
Okay, and that's my turn.
That is your
so-
turn? Okay, 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to relaunch Discord to fix the music. 'Cause I'm kind of bummed I'm missing out. There we go. All right.
Here, can you hear it now?
I can hear it now. Hopefully it stays with it this time. So, as she looks around at all the creatures that have surrounded her now, sneaking, lying,
Licking their lips.
peeping, crying, worry not, which now I'll be reaping. Ah! As she lets out this wild scream, this roar of power washes out from her. Every creature within 90 feet that can see her needs to make a wisdom save, an intelligence saving throw. My mistake. DC 14.
All right.
So roll 8 lizard saving throws from left to right.
Oh god. So many
Good.
Motherfucker.
I was like, I would literally kill you if I would purposely walk Mortez off a cliff.
Take me to jail. I don't care.
Oh.
Is this magic?
Mhm.
Okay, I have advantage against intelligence throws against magic.
Ooh, good for you.
That's not the real me, so I don't need to.
The
Can
real
I
you doesn't
instantly
have.
die? Is this a way?
And I'm out of range. / can't see her.
Saros needs to save though. You,
Oh, yeah.
you saved with 2 ties.
Hell yeah. I'll do the lizards too.
saving throw. Oh, he's got a 0 intelligence. Oh, still worked.
For the lizards, I'm just gonna do 4 saves at
You'll
advantage
do 8.
to do 8 total.
That's fine.
my
I'm killing
God.
your lizard, Sam.
Oh, these
Oh.
lizards. Oh, 1 saved.
1 save.
-4.
The
One
negative 3
lizard
might be the
save.
lowest roll I've ever seen in my
Fail,
entire
fail,
life.
fail.
Hell yeah.
All right. 7 lizards drop
One's-
dead. 1 takes 13
Oh,
points
no.
of damage.
That was such a
Lord.
good idea.
Warden, you take 26 points of damage
Oof.
and are stunned until your next turn.
Wow.
Morteza, you
Yikes.
take 13 points of damage. Rockgut and Saurus, you take 13 points of damage but are not
13
stunned.
points. Lord.
As with her
Hopefully-
bonus action, she bends down to pick up her orb and standing up, cackling,
Damn it.
begins
Wait.
to flee.
Where am I in the turn? Oh, I'm after her. Fuck.
All right. 1.
So the one
2,
right below her
3, 4,
is alive.
5, 6, 7. Okay, she gets to here. I'm just gonna take all the ones that are dead off the map. By the way,
Yeah. That's a good idea.
that was a
More
great,
than
great
corpses.
play. And I instantly knew the way out of it. I was like, oh, I get to kill all these lizards if I high roll on damage. But you can't do that all the time. As she begins to
Did she go away?
She went south.
Yeah, she started running.
start running.
Do they? So the lizard and Warden were stunned.
There.
Wait, so did an action? Did it do a bonus action, or is that
Her bonus action was picking up her orb, and
You
then
can't
and
do
then
a
beginning to
bonus.
rock down to the south.
Oh, it failed. Or no, sorry. It did not get affected by the slow spell. I guess.
No, it
right?
didn't.
'cause it-
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
She saved on that.
Gotcha.
Oh,
That would have been
Damn it.
unfortunate.
Does the lizard get an attack of opportunity, or is it stunned?
It is stunned until the end of its
Okay.
next turn. So.
That's
Oh
murdered
no!
like
I'm sorry. The
kids.
lizard does get an attack of opportunity because it saved. It is not stunned. So
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
roll
that's good.
roll your lizard attack, and also.
All
you can
right,
go ahead
here we
and
go.
Roll
Murdered
lizard
my
initiative.
entire family. There will be vengeance.
Oh,
The
Yes!
lizard, reaching
No.
out, bites at her ankles as she hisses angrily down at it. But she still
Does
moves.
she like drag the lizard? Like does the
She
lizard
kicks it
clamp on and-
off with like swatting its head as she leaves to the south.
1, 2,
and Spotify is still not moving along. It gets to the end of the
Rain
song
with
and
a
then
lizard
just doesn't
attached
go to the
to it.
next one.
I'm
So
moved
lame.
It's very
forward.
frustrating. All right, Morteza,
How many points of damage, by the way? It wouldn't let me put it in. And
13 if you save.
13, yeah. So, 25. I'm going to cast blindness on her.
Okay.
So hopefully she'll just run into a wall. That's the second level. Or third level. Well, third level.
What am I rolling?
Wait, no. Second level, sorry. I clicked the wrong one, but
Okay.
it does the
Still
same
DC
thing.
15.
Yeah.
All right.
I could just target more than one person.
She's blind.
It's Constitution save. Does
Oh,
that matter?
my bad.
Or is it the same modifier?
She would have had a 13 then, so still fails.
Okay. She's blind.
That's something.
My sight, my sound. No matter. None are around.
You right.
Jesus.
All right.
Take,
Well,
take notes, Sorrows.
Silky, it's your turn.
I mean, is there
Let's get
anything
him
I can do
Sophie.
besides run over?
Rage.
Get in there.
Not really.
I mean, even if I
You could
rage, it's gonna be way out. I mean, even if I rage, everything's gonna be basically out of my.
That's true. That's
You
true.
can get 30 feet closer, maybe.
I'll run to this corner.
Well, hell.
Well, howdy, y'all.
You know.
All right.
I don't see her.
She's run south.
I ran south. I still don't see her.
We'll cut him
Warden,
off with the pass.
unfortunately, you're stunned for this turn,
Nice.
but you can feel its effects wearing off as you take your next turn. Rocket, I'm adding the lizard's turn. What, did you roll initiative for
Roll
or no?
initiative.
Oh, I haven't yet. I will.
Okay. I mean, it's also stunned, so we're not too worried, but, you know,
Yeah.
a 4.
Still does better than Silky.
So wait, that lizard's the one that's not stunned, right?
You're right, it's not stunned. My
Yeah,
mistake.
it's saved. Yeah. It's the only one that's saved.
He has a +1, she is +1. Morteza, are you +0?
For initiative,
Yeah.
it's +1.
Lizard is +1 as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dex
this is-
12.
yeah.
I'm gonna put the lizard last and just keep the rest of the order the same. I'm probably gonna have my parents walk in here in 2 seconds because I heard them come home. In other news,
What are we telling them?
I got
we're
the I
playing
got the
now?
wording fixed. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
It is now
what's on the
Saurus'
menu?
turn. What is he doing?
Okay.
Rocket, you're up next.
Salros is going to move over. I don't know. I see the big thing of hay bales, and I don't want to.
Gonna light it
don't
on
wanna-
fire.
I don't want to do it.
what he was thinking.
Gonna wall on
Move.
fire the hay bales.
I don't want her to get away. I don't want her to burn down the house. I don't know what to do. Ugh.
Burn it down.
We can't let her get away. Should I do wall of fire? Do you think? I don't know.
No call.
Saros moved here, and he's like, can't let her get away. So he's going to cast a wall of fire.
Jesus.
It has 120 feet on the range. So he's not going to do it by the house. He's going to
Oh,
Draw the
try
line.
to.
God.
And link the spell so I can see it again.
I hope they have house insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we
Getting-
insured as an adventuring party?
Creating
Yeah.
a monster who just loves to use wall of fire when
Uh,
I need to link it. Sorry.
I'll pull the spell. Draw the line. Just draw the line, and I'll pull the spell.
Draw the line. Okay.
I'm sorry. Actually, he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, by the way, because that is a 4th level spell, and that was the nerf we gave to it.
Oh, okay. Good. He's good at these. So.
He saves.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jesus
Whew.
Christ.
And drawing from the magic in his lyre, he's able to, as his hand extends, just wall of fire rises from it. Where does the line get drawn?
He is going to cast it. He sees her running south, so he's going to do it from like there to there. He's going to try to not hit.
I haven't seen it at all. You need to draw something.
Oh,
On
it's
the
at the very
road.
bottom on the
Very
road.
Oh, on the road. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's good. The
Gotcha.
guards are just gonna see this wall of fire.
So we're going to try to trap her
Okay.
in here. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, one side of the wall doesn't do damage, so you could.
I'm assuming the
you know,
side that's
paint-
facing her is dealing damage. And it appears as a wall of fire from both sides.
Yeah, you could paint the walls of the houses with the wall of fire, and it
Well, the
wouldn't touch
fire-
the houses.
Does the damage mean it's burning? Like, does the
Yes.
wall that doesn't have the damage on it not burn? Or what?
It's kind of like the flames are like pushing out from the wall a little bit with their heat. And it's magical fire. It's not just fire, right? So,
Yeah.
it's not dealing damage on one side. It's still fire, like it's still kind of warm to the touch, warm as you get close, and
Okay.
it would burn you if you tried to. No, I don't think it would burn you if you try to pass through it even from the correct side. But if you pass through it from the wrong side, you do take damage. So I'm assuming
Okay.
you're saying
Yeah.
the side that takes damage is the side that's.
You got to
facing.
stop it from getting through it, so you can't. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's got to be on that side. So it's now a pyromaniac. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
just make sure there's not a gap anywhere she could squeeze through. But
I tried to make it where there's not a gap. Yeah.
all right, cool.
It looks like you're leaving the.
Well, I
How
wasn't
long
sure
can
what
it
this
be?
was over here on the right. It can be
120 feet, right?
60 feet long.
60 feet. Never mind.
Okay. So this is some shrubbery. I'd rule it difficult terrain if she was to try to run through it, but she could get through it.
Oh,
Um,
Sorry,
You
I
could
thought
try
it was
to
like a
extend it a
wall.
little bit. Not really a wall. It's just like a line of hedges,
what about like that?
like not impassable. Yeah, you could do that instead.
Okay, that's it.
fine.
That's the ticket. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that is Saros' turn. Rocket, it is your turn. Is Saros doing anything else before we go?
Soros is also going to inspire Morteza. Be like, you got it. You need this, brother.
Okay. Mortez is inspired. Rocket, it's your turn. Vinny is up next, and then is the Hag's turn again. Chris, can you remind me how darkness works? Is she going to have to roll
The-
save?
The
again on her
blindness. It's at the end of the turn, I believe, but I'll link it here.
Got it.
So you can see. Just fucking-
Dylan, have you put in tokens for like crocodiles or apes or beefier
I've gone to
animals?
see him.
Okay, just
We have not
curious.
gone to the zoo yet.
Yeah,
okay.
And then
If
I'll
you're
link
gonna
the
summon
blindness status here.
You have another one that you're going to just summon all around her?
Maybe. I was just thinking about my options. I'm gonna use my 25 feet of movement to walk over to Celrose, be like, "Yo, what's up?" Heard you had a song for me. We'll talk about that later. It's cool. And then I'm just gonna do the same shit. You know, it worked so well last time.
All right. The lizard disappears as you try to concentrate on a new spell.
I did not need to link that again. My bad. Just filling up the chat. But yeah, if all I got are beasts up to 1/4, I'll do more lizards and just drop them around her.
And she's blind.
Why is my
And they've-
Chrome so?
They've got to be in spaces I can see, so I can't go all the way around, but I will try to surround her as much as possible.
Okay. You can definitely drop them behind her, and you can see, I'll say, 2 in front of her pretty easily. Fuck her.
Let me know. Feel free to move things around.
Oh,
if you think
it's at the
they're
end
not
of its
valid
turn.
spots.
I can't just do this again, Sam.
We have you surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
Like, I'm a druid. I summon things. All right. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you know,
wait.
it's-
Chris,
Yeah.
I made a mistake. She has advantage on saving throws.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll one more time. What was it again? Or did
It's
she already-
Constitution,
Did she
and it's
double roll
15.
and fail?
No. You
Constitution.
just rolled once.
Rolled once. Okay, I'm gonna roll
Yep.
one more time. That's
She's
six.
not blind.
Not blind.
First.
Sorry.
Yikes.
Thank God for the lizards.
Okay.
She's just overwhelmed by lizards.
Not blind.
It is
but
funnier that she
surrounded
can
by
see the
lizards.
wall of fire and the lizards now. She just like.
Okay. Vinny, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. Action. Vinny is going to move 30 feet up to try to catch up to the group with his action. Bonus action.
Did you say something when you were casting the lizard, Sam? Were you talking shit or?
Nah, just like looking over at Saws, be like, I mean, I got one thing I can do. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Can I actually drop a lizard on those hay bales?
Sure.
Just try to get more
you
of
can
a
summon,
ring.
You can summon
Okay.
it on top of the hay bales.
All right,
He's-
cool.
That's totally fine.
He's the
Like,
king.
nah,
I know.
down from below.
Yeah,
do
I
this
can't
all
get
day.
can't get inside the house, but I'll get the other 7 sides. I will try and yell out like, "Hey, make sure she doesn't go in the house." Blah blah blah. But that's it.
She good.
Can you tell her to
If
go
she
in a
was the
different house?
ethereal.
It's such a dumb spell.
It is pretty stupid. I agree. Okay.
So that's movement, bonus action, move, fake Vinny, 30 feet this way. Action, be surprised by the lizards. Cast a guiding bolt at 2nd level at her from my duplicate.
Okay. That hits.
17 hits. Okay.
Roll damage.
Here's some music from The Last of Us in the background. Low roll. Okay, 12 points.
All right.
And advantage
Radiant
for
bolt flies
Morteza.
out over the lizards and strikes her. And she, turning
Do the same.
about, stares down Rockgut. And holding her hand out at you. Tricksy gnome, lizards and foe. Sleep now.
Oh no.
Ah shit. Oh no.
Oh no.
No fucking way did I not roll enough health points for What is this bullshit? I rolled a 19?
Oh, nice.
Oh, you
Just barely.
trying to murder his ass.
Oh man. I'm upset.
So what does that do?
I'm upset. Nothing. You can go to sleep. She casted sleep, but you did not go to sleep.
1 point
Oh.
rock gut staggers.
And he
Oh.
keeps his items as she... Can she do anything else on her turn?
I'll fall back into Salrose's arms. Catch
She
me.
does have one legendary action. She can't do that on her turn, though. Yeah, that's her turn. Alright. Morteza, it is your turn.
You have advantage, Morteza.
I know. Thank you very much, Benny.
She's very flanked.
She's very.
Don't you dare cast a fireball.
No, I won't do that. I think I know what I want to do.
Silky's trying to get in the fight.
Yeah, I gotta measure some things.
No, I thought okay. I'm just going to cast Rave's Sickness at the 3rd level,
Okay.
60 feet. So I think I'm fine where I'm at. Shit. Snap to center. God damn it, where's snap to center? 1 second. I just want to make sure I'm in range. The tool's not working. Fuck me. Snap to center. Alright, everybody ignore that. No, okay, let me move forward.
Okay.
Move forward. Alright, I'll just roll.
You're not even gonna hit, man. You
Oh,
know,
wait,
you
wait,
know how
wait,
it goes.
wait.
So what the fuck, you crit?
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Bye bye,
So
lizards.
48
No.
is 32, which we crit max. So you deal 52 points of damage with your spell, sending the ray of sickness flying towards her, striking her in the chest. As this terrible green liquid begins to pour from her eyes, and she comes up at you glaring.
Thank you for not throwing up the
She is
poison.
still barely standing. But only barely. Wow. That is a fat roll. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I don't think I was.
Okay. Silky, it's your turn. I'll give the lizards a new initiative roll
Is it
starting next
lizard?
round. Nah, no, that was old lizard initiative roll. He gets a new lizard initiative roll starting next round. I'm not sure how that spell works 100%. I do know that they roll initiative, but I don't know that they roll initiative on the same turn. It seems kind of nasty to be able to just summon 8 creatures and give them all turn same
Dylan, not
round.
to put more.
Am I wrong? Or
No, spit in
No,
your
no,
eye,
it's fine.
but you gotta make a Constitution saving.
oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you'll make it.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
You
well,
have
she has
advantage, though, right?
She has advantage.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Okay, she's poisoned.
So disadvantage on attacks, right?
Here I have it here.
Please keep track for me that she is poisoned, because I'm gonna forget 100%.
Yeah, that's fine. But yes, it's a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
Ability
check.
checks. Okay.
Um,
Fuckers. God damn it. I had a whole thing planned for her getting away and the chase, and she's gonna fucking die right here.
well, there's the one more hag to deal with.
It's not the one you're hunting, but true.
No.
Silky's gonna run over to Salrose and that's like 55 feet.
That is
so
her
that's like
action, then.
that is my action, and I'm just gonna go turn to Salrose and
I did not see this
Rock
coming,
up.
Sam. That was very well done.
That's why I was like, can I change my spells? What?
I'm just gonna shout, where did all these wizards come from?
It's Vinny and I got duplicity going with my lizard form.
It's all about outnumbering, unnumbering.
So, as Silky... As Silky takes her turn, she's going to use her legendary action to cast Slumbering Gaze at Warden. Roll a DC 14. Is it Wisdom? or
Slumbering
Intelligence?
Gaze. The
Slumbering
hag
Gaze.
uses its
It
slumbering
doesn't matter
gaze.
either way. It's the same roll for me.
I thought
Okay,
Warden
yeah.
was ace.
Just roll that. Roll Wisdom, then I'll make it. You
Oof.
fall asleep for a minute or until you are woken or take damage. Unfortunately. It is Saros' turn.
Do we see Warden fall over asleep?
You do. She's going to do one more legendary action as she extends this hand towards Warden, and Warden, you're going to take 14 points of damage. As some vitality and color seems to come back to her face, you are not woken up by this damage.
Oh damn.
Weave. Alright, Salros is going
That's all the
to
legendary stuff she can do until her turn.
see the lizards, and he is going to.
She has disadvantage.
What?
She has disadvantage.
On ability checks.
And attack rolls.
Not saving throws.
he's going to cast.
I'm sorry. Roll lizard initiative, Sam.
Yeah, you're right.
Will do.
See if this works.
6. Shit, before her.
Hey, let's go.
Okay.
Dissonant whispers at second level at her.
God damn it.
Do you see what I'm trying to do?
Yeah. Remind me of the DC. I think it's wisdom. She saves, but she takes half damage.
Damn.
She takes 8 points of damage.
So she does not have to run away from the lizards and take all of the attacks of opportunity. Darn.
Even if she
Man.
wanted to, she couldn't.
I was gonna say, like, she has no.
In the
Oh, there is
material-
no
in the
gap
material
for her
plane,
run.
she can't flee from them. If she
Oh,
jumps into
okay.
the ethereal, she can run through the house, but in the material, she cannot.
I was hoping she'd get like hacked down by the lizards, just like.
I was debating between putting Rockgut to sleep and getting rid of all the lizards, or trying to put Warden to sleep. I figured if I put Rockgut to sleep, Warden was just going to run up and kill her, so I went with Warden.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, alright, Rockgut, it's your turn.
That's a good idea. I'm really trying to make sure I don't do anything that will mess up my concentration. Kind of limits my spell list here. There's not much I can do besides like lightning bolt or thorn whip. I'm gonna do a thorn whip so I don't kill my own lizards.
Okay.
Tragic. I love that you have more regard for your lizards than Warden.
Taking great care to not strike against his fey lizards, who's very proud of having summoned. He attempts to whip this thorn whip. He strikes out at some of the hay bales. One of the fey lizards at you as it like almost hit its feet, but does not hit her as she's able to duck below it. Is that your whole turn?
I'm gonna run over to Warden and like not do anything, of course, but just be like,
you
"Hey,
okay.
buddy."
With your action,
you,
you can wake him up, but you have to spend an action to do so.
yeah, that'll be for next time. Like,
All
buddy,
right.
you with us?
You
Buddy,
up?
come on, hello.
Okay.
Seven attacks. You up?
Okay. Roll 8 lizard attacks. I'm sorry, 7
Um,
lizard attacks.
Okay, so
Feast
going
on her
to-
flesh.
the top right lizard is actually gonna ready its action
Okay.
in case Silky gets near it, so it can swap positions with her.
You can just move
Um,
now. Okay, that's fine. It's readying its movement, so when Soki comes up, it can move out of the way.
Yeah,
That's
and then the other 6 lizards are going to just try and disarm her again, drop the orb, and
Okay,
like I
you're
guess
trying
if,
you're trying to disarm her,
yeah,
not attach
yeah,
her.
yeah, correct.
I'm gonna remind you she is on her death throes.
So
She is very injured.
can the lizards do damage? I forgot about that.
Yeah, they do 1d8 plus 2.
No, to her because she's
She
isn't
will
she immune?
have resistance to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's non-magical attacks. Shit, I think in the moment, as far as I know, the
You
orb
could
is
also
the
just
most
try to
important
disarm. That's
thing.
fine. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's okay. Going by the rules, they all have disadvantage on that. All 6 of them.
That's fine.
And she just is rolling to contest against 6 disadvantaged lizards. If one of them gets it out of her hand, I'll let you try to have one of them grab it.
I think it would be disarm until it happens, and then if there's any left, just attack.
You don't want to
Okay.
gobble up the orb and try and get it away.
Just eat the orb.
I love it.
Doable. Yeah.
Okay,
All
I'll disarm and then eat the orb.
Okay. Roll for disarm first. Okay. Got a 22 on one of them.
Is it straight rolls or disadvantage for those attacks?
Oh, disadvantage. Sorry. So you got an 8.
Okay.
And a 6. Beat both. That's 2 beaten. That's probably 3 beaten.
Good lord.
That's
so
4
many
beaten.
dice.
I roll.
As these lizards are like assaulting her arm and she's whipping it around trying to dodge it. And she invades every lizard as a swarm of fey lizards like dive at the orb, and she swats each one out of her. Some of them like get onto her arm, but it's iron claw grasp, and she's able to hang on to it.
She's just holding it up. Like,
Yeah,
you can't get it. You can't get it. Yeah.
Basically. All right, Vinny, it is your turn.
You do great, guys. Keep it up.
I'd
Very-
call you my brother in.
Vinny's going to move again, trailing behind. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna get away! Yes!
And with my attack, another second level guiding bolts, I guess, at this lady.
Oh fuck, I might not get away. Alright, do your worst. That doesn't hit!
Oh, 17 hits, 16 does not hit. Damn it.
As she, well, like swatting away all these lizards, sees this bolt of energy coming at her, and she barely ducks to the side, evading it. Is that your whole turn?
That is indeed my whole turn, yeah.
Okay. On her turn. Clutching the orb up. She growls, "Not finished, never finished," and disappears from your sight. As she goes back into the ethereal, Morteza, you see her dipping through the lizards into the corner of this house and seemingly running through it.
The house?
The house to her south, like to the right of her. Basically,
But
the only
she's-
way out of the lizards.
Yeah. She's in the ethereal plane though, so I can't.
You see
hit
her in the
her,
ethereal
correct.
plane, but you see the direction she goes, and you know from the poison, she cannot stay in the ethereal plane.
I will. Is it my turn?
It is now, actually, yes.
I will say, follow me, and I'll just use my entire turn to run as much as I can, keep to her direction.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I can't go through walls. So this is a good direction to run.
That is.
Okay, I'll move here. Let me right by the tree here. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
She's going this way. Due
Warden
southeast.
to Vinny. It is all of your turns now to follow up on that. To essentially, oh, I'm sorry. It's Silky first, and then it'll be everyone else.
Excuse me.
My bad. My bad.
Hey, Chris, what did your poison do? Did that do anything?
No.
Just
An attacker doing an ability check.
Gotcha. Oh, well,
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna-
lizards. I'm just
Rules
joking.
lawyer.
I'm joking.
All right.
I'm gonna
So I'm
tell,
asleep
oh,
still,
wait.
right?
Is that? Hang on. Would that be disadvantage on her dropping it?
I was wondering.
Well, fucking remind me. That's why I said remind me that she's poisoned. Don't do it after I did 8 lizard rolls.
No, I know. That's why I didn't want to say anything because I realized after check.
I'm busy here rolling all this shit.
No, I agree. I
Dylan's
agree.
busy
That is
rolling all that.
that is disadvantage. So hang on. All right. So
My
the
highest
first
was an
one-
11.
The first one was an 8, and she
An
got a
8.
14. This is for the first one. She staves. For the second one, it was
Was a 6? A 6.
She saves no matter what against a 6. The
Next one was a
third
10.
one was a 10. Saves.
Jesus.
Powerful lady.
Dylan.
Anyway, this
And a
lady's gonna
7.
No, I think
Save
the only
against a
one you have is
7.
the 11.
Another 7. And then an 11 was the last one.
Okay, this is just for the 11 because she beats a 7 no matter what.
Yeah.
Still saves.
All right.
Ooh.
Poison doesn't matter.
She's not poisoned anymore though.
All right.
You
all have your
so-
movement now. You know that she's
Yeah.
running through the house.
I'm
Through this
asleep though,
house?
right?
The house to the south.
Yeah. The one
Is it-
that's- Jump
Is
through
it
the
still
window.
his turn right now?
It is
Or
Sophie's
is
turn
it-
Yeah.
right now, right here. And everyone else is going to
Okay.
have essentially their movement and any actions that you want to take. Just
Okay.
we're going to try to take them quickly to move through the chasing turns.
Yeah.
What is this?
That is a wall.
not a window?
Are you going to barge through that window?
Oh my god.
We're trying to chase her.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do I wait? Do I use like any sort of movement?
Yeah, you would use your movement to get there, and then you are going to use essentially your action to jump through the window.
The hag can move through walls, but Silky can move through walls.
Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid Man.
Okay, I guess I'll like run
Oh no.
and like
Okay.
through the window.
You charge,
Facing
breaking
her.
into the window of the house to the south. You have the rest of your movement. You have I think it was another 15 feet to move in. Here.
I have another 25 feet.
Okay, my mistake. 25 feet.
Does she see her?
No, she's in the ethereal plane.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna like get in the house. Hang on. Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
go here.
As it's now the end of the
I
round,
don't
you hear
see
some
her.
screaming.
Thought she was in the house.
You hear some screaming, and a man comes out of the door. We've got a robber in our house!
Oh no.
He holds forward like a small like club. Get out of our house,
Hello?
you beast!
Sorry, I only heard half of that. The rest was barks.
You hear a man scream and come out of the building. We've got a robber in our house! Guard! Guards, help!
No, I'm just gonna turn. Sir, I'm on official guard business right now. I need you to remain
Roll
calm.
persuasion at disadvantage.
Roll persuasion.
At disadvantage.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's not calming down.
Silky did 9/11.
He's still screaming.
Okay.
Alright.
Solros is going to see Vinny waving his hands like dramatically, like gesturing to himself. So Solros is going to sing a song for Vinny, and then he is going to just move up closer around the side to see where she might be going. So he'll go like here, and he'll do a little, not a blessing, an inspiration on Vinny, who's frantically trying to wave his hands at him.
Okay.
Do we have to wait, or
I'm
Okay.
confused. That's
Well,
just your
I'm gonna
turn,
do
right?
this
You're just
for-
moving. I'll be honest. I zoned out for a second. Can you repeat what you said?
sorry,
My bad.
I was just trying to have Vinny kind of signal to Solros that he needs like a blessing or whatever. And was
gotcha.
like, hey.
Inspiration.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
sorry, correct, yeah.
Sure. Are you gonna
So
ready in
Solros-
action? Are you moving more, or is that it?
So I was just moving in action, and if he somehow sees her appear outside the house in the human realm again, he'll cast a spell at her.
Okay.
But-
So he's readying a spell.
Correct.
Human
That's
realm.
his
That's a little
action.
racist, bud.
What spell is he readying?
He is going to ready. Do I have hold person still? I think I got rid of it, unfortunately.
It wouldn't work on her anyways.
Oh, that's true.
She's not a person, bro.
He would try to do. Oh no, he is waiting, and if he sees her again, he'll cast fly on himself. Actually,
You can just do that now.
okay, he'll.
So it begins to fly.
Yep.
I
He'll do
think
that now. So
that is going to make the wall of fire disappear. Correct?
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Okay, not flying.
Alright. Sorry, forgot about
Do
that.
you not
He
want
will
the
ju-
wall of fire to disappear? She's kind of around it, most likely.
Oh,
At this point,
I guess-
it's mostly blocking the lizard.
well, the fire can't hurt her if she's in the ethereal plane, right?
No.
Do we know that? I guess
Is
we
it
do.
ethereal fire?
Your call.
He's just gonna fly so he can
Alright,
get a better
alright.
look for
The
her.
wall of
Okay,
fire disappears.
that makes sense. Okay.
And
I got that Frodo vision.
Okay.
so that's where he's staying. He's not moving anywhere, or he's just flying now.
He's just
like 30
floating
feet or so in
straight
the
up.
air.
Yeah,
Alright.
straight up.
Rockgut, it is your turn, and then it's all your lizards' turn for their movement, and then it's
Go
Benny's
home,
turn.
boys.
Are they gonna climb through the window as well? 'Cause that would.
I'm going to spend my action trying to wake up Warden. I think I would start by just like kicking his helmet a little bit, and just kind of
You're able to wake
Yeah.
Warden up fairly easily as he
Hey,
comes
buddy.
to consciousness.
come on, man. Stay in the fight. Let's go. I also want to use my.
This was a strange
band-
feeling, Warden. You've never been asleep before in your memory. Not pleasant. Would not recommend.
Yeah.
There was some odd touch on you that you did not care for.
I also pump 8 points of healing into Warden because I feel like he needs it more than I do. I
Take
say,
it.
go get him, buddy. And then as that's happening, I know the wall of fire is down, but I want to do this anyway. I want to yell out to the lizards,
No.
"Follow her! She went in the house!"
Oh,
And I want,
Oh my god.
I want,
Like the Pied Piper.
That's fine.
I want the lizards to break down this window over here
Oh my
and just
god.
like crawl into the house too. And
That's
just
their dog yelling at the lizards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start moving them in.
No,
You
no,
hear
just one after the other.
You hear
Scream.
considerably more screaming coming from the house.
We saved the
They-
city, Patrick.
They have,
These are our blood lizards. They're sniffing down a
Yeah.
criminal.
No, that's not flying at this point to this guy.
Oh, I do not expect him.
they have 30 feet of movement, and then I guess one of them attacked the window, and then the other 7 will just ready an action in case ready an attack in case they see her.
She appears in the house. Okay.
Oh no.
God. Oh, all right. Well, just move them all to where they're going. Vinny, it's your turn.
Okay. Vinny is going to run straight for the wall, and it looks like he's about to hit the wall. He has momentum, and he's going. When he just gets there, he's going to cast Blink.
Okay.
Which will do that. And then I guess I will
So roll.
end my turn
Well,
there.
I'm sorry. You moved right here. Where did you move to? And from where? Sorry.
I
to
moved
here?
from yeah, correct. So he's head against the wall pretty much.
And you roll.
And I'm going to I'll just roll the d20 and I'll see what happens. Okay.
Suddenly, everything
What do I
around
see?
you is turned to this faded, grayed out version of the world. It's like the flowers are have this trailing wisp about them as they move slowly in the wind. And you find that by briefly pushing your head through, you can actually move your head through the wall and see into the bedroom where a woman you are able to make out is terrified, holding a knife, crouching in the corner as her husband is screaming while at the door. Poking your head back out, you see the hag fleeing to the south. And she suddenly
she see me?
gets this ethereal silverness that was about her. There's a distinct differentiation between her. When she's in the ethereal plane, you see her normally, but she has these wisps, while the people that you can see in the physical plane are grayed out, the color in them is muted, but they're more solid. And you see her become more solid as she's moved a little bit further to the south of you. And unfortunately, you cannot communicate this with your team, but Saros actually does see her reappear while flying as she appears again over here. Forced back onto the material plane from the poison. She seems to be running towards the alley, closer to the wall of the inner city of Kirkwall, as y'all are out in one of the shanty towns, specifically Lake Town. Yeah, it's through
She's
a door.
so fast.
She can't see her. It's through a door. 2 turns
It's
to
so
60 feet.
fast.
Morteza,
Oh,
it is your turn. Sorrows points her out from the sky to you as she's reappeared. And you know that she's on the material plane in the south.
And I can see her?
Not from where you're standing,
Okay, right.
but Sorrows has
I'll
pointed out
move.
that she is over there. Vinny has disappeared
30.
for some reason, but go ahead and make your movement.
Bizarre. So I'll move 15 feet here.
As you round the
Right
corner,
up in me.
you turn and look to your right, and there's this like strange silvery like faded outline of Vinny with half of his head looking in through the wall, and the
Creepy
other
Vinny.
half like looking out at where the Night Hag has fled to. Very strange. You still have active your wand.
Very
and can
disturbing.
spot him in the ethereal.
Very disturbing, Vinny. We'll talk about that later.
It's a changing room.
I hope so. Okay, and then let's see how far this is. So that'll affect what I do. 80 feet is actually outside the range of Ray of Sickness, but not outside the range of some other stuff, like Scorching Ray.
If you let her live, we're gonna have a really cool fight.
I won't. Can I knock her out?
I'm just kidding. Kill her. You should be trying to kill her right now.
Alright.
This is metagaming Dylan being like, I planned for this whole escape.
You didn't
That does
expect
not
the
hit.
lizard.
That does hit. I did not expect the lizards. That hits. Let's see, and that hits. Wow, Chris. So 3 rays go boring into her back, dealing 28 points of damage. Fuck. How would you like to describe the slaying of the Night Hag?
I mean, just like 3 bullets up the spine, I guess, of fire.
As fire strikes her in
Whoa.
3 separate places, she gives this wild howl. It's another like psychic burst similar to what you heard, but you don't feel the pain from it this time. But there's this like wall of force that ruffles your hair and your turban as, with a cry, she falls forward, the black orb rolling at her side. God damn it!
I take a
You
bonus
efficient
action.
ass killers! I had this whole plan. I was like, okay, she escapes. She gets to a sewers, and she's got lairs and traps and other monsters
I
prepared.
love it.
And she didn't escape!
Maybe there's a note on her that says
Kristen-
there's treasure in the
Kristen
sewers.
Did
Or her
53
sister.
points of damage with Ray of Sickness crit. That was nuts. Oh, you motherfucker.
This is yeah. I take a moment to pop one of the anxiety meds. So like
yeah, I wouldn't
she's
worry,
a fiend.
I wouldn't worry about it with the fiend. But you do
But,
hear some yelling
I wanna test
coming
it out.
from the. Okay, yeah, you can take it. It's nice. It actually like slows your heartbeat a little bit. It mellows you for a moment, and you have advantage on wisdom saving throws against going fucking nuts from killing someone. As you calm down. You do not have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. You'll have advantage on some from spells as well. I would give for this, depending on if you've already taken it.
Right. No, yeah. I'll pop one of those and
Okay.
take it for a test drive. I
She
think
falls dead, and you hear
may have
some
killed
guards
her.
running up. Now, having seen the rays, what's going on here? You hear yelling
I'm
from the
gonna-
north, and there's more commotion
I'm
coming from the
running out
south. Silky, what are you doing? You come
I definitely
charging
come out,
through
like,
this locked door. Roll a strength
I
check.
unlock it.
Do you have the
No.
key or the time?
It's the inside. There's no key
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the inside.
All right. So you throw this wooden. Using your action, you're throwing the wooden latch and kicking the door open as you come out the
Yeah.
other side.
And can all the lizards follow me?
I was gonna say
I'm
like
behind-
three lizards follow out around you as the
Yeah.
others are still like crowding behind
You're just
the,
looking.
in the house.
And I see her dead,
And
and
two
I'll
guards
say,
and brandishing spears. What's going on? It's the same 2 guards actually that you saw are the ones brandishing spears at you, while it's 2 new guards
And
that
I'm
are
just
yelling
gonna
at
point-
Morteza and Saros.
I'm gonna point her. That's the sketchy one. That's the one we were after.
What is that thing? One of them says it as it begins to walk over and inspect the body.
Can we like be running up too at the
Yeah,
same
of
time?
course.
she's
All of
doing
you
that?
can now
Okay.
be running up. Congratulations. I really didn't think you were gonna kill her that fast. That's my bad.
Nor did I.
Very well done.
And while everyone's gathering, I'm just gonna say another job well done by Team Silky.
I had so many traps prepared. Why did I do this?
All I did was break a window.
Can I still be in the ethereal
are-
realm, not sure how to get out until...
Unfortunately, with the way Blink works, that is not the case. As I believe you
Oh, it
just
is only for a
you
minute?
appear again next turn.
Oh, it is next turn.
But
Okay, yeah.
you can roll again to disappear again. So as you like have moved up, you see the guards and you begin talking to them. Roll on ethereal.
Yeah.
Roll one more time as you're like starting to converse with the guards. I'll let you roll like a few times throughout the minute. The guards seem to be very cautious of the swarm of lizards as y'all all have caught up, but they are inspecting the fiend. What happened here? What's going? Why are all of these lizards coming out of this poor man's house? They broke into my home! They assaulted my person! You hear
Did
some
a great
yelling
job,
coming from
guys.
behind.
Keep it up. I
None
knew-
of us touched a hair on his body.
Look at all the damage to my home!
There's-
But did we hurt you, sir? No, we did not.
There's something to be said about feeling safe within your own home, which I do not feel.
Well, we made you more safe by killing this evil lady here. I think you're gonna thank us in the long
I hadn't
run.
even seen hide nor hair of that evil thing until you appeared with your swarm of lizards.
And well, they're not my swarm.
That's-
Well, they
that's
were
me.
following you.
He has a good point, I think.
I can't help it that everything I walk around is attractive
Well,
to me.
I demand restitution. I won't be having this
Well-
this sort of day. This is civilization. You can't just come
Good.
barging into a man's home as his castle. It's not right.
Biddy pay the man so he may go away.
With what?
He's like trying to wade through the lizards and walk up to the guard. 100 gold from these lot, I think, sir.
One of them kind of gums his leg a little bit.
Ah!
It's like,
He
no,
swats at it
he's,
and like runs away a little bit.
he's friendly. Okay, he's all right. He's all right.
And the guards are gonna come up to you. So y'all were assaulting this feat. Y'all are all over here, by the way, and can be talking now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be grabbing the orb and the bag while
Okay. So you're able to pick up the orb easily from the ground, and while you search her person, you find this black bag that looks like stitched together in an odd manner, and as you, it's closed very tightly by a string. And while you, for a moment, touch the string, there's this like cold feeling coming from it. You kind of feel like it might not be the best idea. Actually, roll insight.
Okay.
I'll name you Rango. You can be toothless.
I wonder what's in that bag.
Open it. Open it.
You're curious what a night hag might be hiding in such a bag, and why the red mage might want it so. The bag itself seems to be made of this like wretched skin, possibly human. It's hard to say. It's stitched together. It's black and ancient. It doesn't smell, oddly enough, but it probably not something you want the guards to see.
I start walking towards Mateza and be like, I think we should open this bag.
I'd like to make an insight check.
You can be Spyro. I'll name you Blue.
I think we should put it away.
Perhaps we'll open it.
Hang on.
No.
Roll deception for the bag.
I'm actually going to whisper to Morteza and then let him decide.
Oh no.
So my lizards last for an hour, and I have no reason to dispel them, so they're just gonna be hanging out this whole time.
They're just with you. That's fine.
Yep.
Uh, let it remain close right now.
All right.
I might be able to do some magic with it later.
Sir, I apologize if my lizards might have made a mess of your home. That was not the intent, you need to know. They were in hot pursuit of whatever that thing is over there.
He like turns back to look at the fiend. Well, you know, just because something magical is running about doesn't give you the right to just go running over a man's property and damage his home like that.
Well, that wasn't the
in this
plan.
day and age, there are rules and laws about society, and you can't just be bursting in willy nilly. What gives you the right?
I'm gonna let someone else take this one, because really the plan wasn't to barge into your home, but
No,
things
it
happen.
wasn't.
Well,
We
you
needed
did
to
it
kill the
anyway,
fiend.
didn't you? And what about me? Huh? Yeah, what do you? If I just happen to die in a stampede of lizards along the way, that's just collateral damage to you. Not worried, are you, Mr. Warforged? No, that's
The man could control his lizards.
doesn't seem to be the case to me, as he just said that it wasn't the plan for them to charge through their home. But as we all saw, and he turns to the guard, 8 lizards came pouring out that door. Count them, right there. 8 of them. Giant, big fucking lizards. You ever see anything like
Talking
that?
about-
The guard seems flustered.
Vinny's kind of torn because he knows if he gets close to him, he might demand money from him, which he doesn't want.
already
But he
doing
also, well,
I'm
he
gonna-
might demand money personally from Vinny,
Oh.
which would be.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
grab the body. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, can I give him the small sapphire and say this should cover all the costs?
Sure, you can give him that. Kind of like holds it up. This ain't gonna fucking cover. This isn't worth 100 gold. It's pretty though, but it's not worth 100 gold, and that's what I want in restitution, sir. Turns towards the guard.
Oh,
Make it
please,
so. I
I'll
will take this up in court. I want it against these folks. Owe me 100 gold for these damages, and you have a persuasion roll.
Give the sapphire back. I mean, sir, your house isn't even worth 100 gold. Maybe 100 silver.
Oh,
but
and clearly my
Stop
life
getting
isn't
killed.
worth 100 gold or even a copper to you lot. Am I right?
probably not. Really,
I'm just-
what have you done to
Okay.
help this city?
Okay, you are gonna have persuasion with disadvantage now.
You know,
you
you
both
like-
are trying to persuade the guard on whether or not you owe some sort of damages
Okay.
for what you just did.
You know-
And this guy.
I'm seeing things
I'm
are
rolling
going.
great.
I'm seeing things are going bad, so I'm gonna go up to him and I'll try to start talking to him.
This guy is trying to convince the guard that you owe him 100 gold.
I'm
Sir,
gonna.
look-
Silky is not taking the best route in
Okay.
her argument
I'm gonna
by
get-
saying that his life is not even worth a copper to her.
I mean,
No,
he's-
No, a gold.
I'm gonna get up in
That's
his face and I will cast Fast Friends
oh
on
no.
him. I'm gonna sigh to myself.
That
like,
man's
"Not again."
conjuring.
Fast Friends on him.
Oh no.
Okay. He failed.
Thank God.
And I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "I'm sorry about her. She gets a bit eager in the heat of battle. I'll be honest, we don't have 100 gold. We don't have much of anything.
You
Can
totally,
we-
That's deception with advantage. Because he
Sure.
considers you friendly. You have 100 gold, you liar.
I don't know that we do.
I know
We
for a
spent
fact
it all
you
on
just got
Silky.
promised
Deception with
money.
advantage?
Yeah, deception with advantage.
Okay.
Well, look, maybe I was coming off a bit hot there. Sorry, myself and my wife, right? I thought we were in danger. This is not
I
a
know.
normal occurrence, right? And obviously, you were after something else. I understand that, but still not right. just breaking windows and charging and making a mess of my house, damaging my furniture. You lizards and your furbolgs.
I'll be honest, I don't know where the lizards came from, but
Would 50 gold be more fair? And he's like talking to you and the guardsman now.
yeah, we can do 50. Is that okay?
You could try to lure it still. I'll give you a persuasion roll if you want to negotiate with him. But you're persuading him and the guard. Your deception roll and your fast friends has calmed him down a little bit.
Okay. All right. Let's say, well...
Can I, while he's doing this, can I grab the corpse and like throw it at the person's body and be like, I think we've done a public service here.
Oh, whoa! You keep that thing away from me.
I'll be like, easy.
So the guards are gonna be like, oh, all right. Well, we'll inspect the monster, but please. I don't know what's going on here still, but let's not be threatening the man. All right, he's just had a rough night as well, clearly.
We don't have 100 gold. We have 60 gold. Can we give you half of it?
For persuasion.
For 30? Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's for the best.
If you make it 40, and I'll drop the case, and no need to go to court of the law.
Does he have the sapphire in his hand still, or did Silky take it?
No, I
Silky
took it
back.
Silky took it back from him. Okay, 40 gold. Sorry about all this.
All right. You hand the gold over to him, and he's kind of nods.
Are we good?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, fuck, 30 gold! And he goes skipping back into his house. Well, the guardsmen now are approaching you. Do you have evidence of the danger or threats that this creature might have been causing? If so, we may be able to post a reward, albeit posthumously, for you all for having killed her. Regardless, our gratitude certainly goes with her. I don't know what this thing is, but it's clearly a menace.
Unfortunately, we believe this thing killed Mrs. Dular.
Before we get too deep into this conversation, Mr. Guardsman, our friend who is helping us out in this case might need some medical help. He's just in the house up the road there. In all the commotion, we weren't able to check in on him. So,
of course.
Just
he signals to the two guardsmen to the north to go check on Mr. Delar, and they begin to leave.
And he can vouch for us, too, if he's still alive. I mean, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
This creature was preying on him.
Oh, that's horrendous.
We set a
He
trap.
killed his wife and then him?
It was attempting to do such.
You see the guardsmen are now having to like force their way in as the front door is locked.
The snare's still there.
No amount of
Oh,
knocking. No amount of knocking initially got them in. That's not where the front door is, but I will say that they get snared as they eventually are able to force the door open. What's the roll on that, Sam?
All right, sorry, I just had to point that out. DC 14
Actually,
dexterity.
Okay.
Come on, boys.
So what happens if they save? Is it still go off and they just know about it, or would I have to do it for both of them as two people go through?
The creature has to succeed on a saving throw or be hoisted in the air. The creature is restrained there until the spell ends. After it's triggered, the spell ends.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage. Okay. Yep. All right, this guy, because he was focusing on forcing the door open, and then you hear "ah!" as he turned about. One of the guards is like hanging upside down in the air from the roof.
Oh no!
He was like, "Oh my god!"
That's on me again. Sorry, I'll quickly just dispel it.
Boom, like falls in a pile to the ground. He's standing up, dusting himself off. Yeah, all right. Well,
sorry.
And they both head inside, disappearing for a moment. A few minutes pass, and when they return, they have a morbid look on their face. And as they scroll back down, he's dead. He's not waking. I think he's passed in his sleep. Oh no! You hear the guardsman say, "Well, this is a pretty clear case of endangerment to the public of a monster. We can definitely get you a reward at the guards tower now for this fiend. Sorry to hear that it cost 2 lives. It is truly tragic.
Well, unfortunately, I think it.
We'll also, in the reward, include the restitution you paid that man as an added bonus. You know, now that there's clear evidence, and especially considering it was the house directly to the north. Thank you for your services.
They had children, unfortunately, as well.
Oh, fuck. You hear one of the guardsmen say.
They always do.
Well... Are they weren't in the
They're
home.
safe. They're in a safe location. Don't worry. They're staying up at the tavern.
No.
The
Just up
herbalist.
for the inn.
With
The
the
herbalist. We're up the way somewhere.
Alright.
I'm busy on my lizards.
We'll send our men to go over and check on them. I suppose we'll have to send them into one of the orphanages with the city. But thank you again for your service. If you don't mind, we'll collect the body of that thing, and we'll take it to the local guards keep. You should be able to swing back by. You might need to speak to the lawmaker about the danger of the monster, depending on the reward, but you should be looking at somewhere in the range of 100 to 300 gold, depending on how dangerous it's deemed.
Before you take it away, can we just examine the body, make sure there's nothing evil or untoward that could spring out and get y'all
Roll persuasion.
unexpectedly?
Roll persuasion. Borden's also already been handling the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure she doesn't have any more goodies.
What? -1?
It's not my thing.
Yeah, yes, very well. That's fine.
All right. We'll just be a minute.
One guardsman goes off to get a cart. 2 guardsmen go to the herbalist's house to check on the children, and the other guardsman waits while you go back to inspect the body further, if you so choose.
I'm gonna cut off the head and just say better safe than sorry.
for the man or for the no?
No, I didn't kill it.
The
I don't.
guardsman's just like, well, I guess we really only need the body. The head might help with how dangerous it's. Whatever.
No, I leave the head. I just
Oh, you just cut it off. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, that's fine. I thought for sure you were taking that head.
No, I didn't kill it. I didn't do any. It barely did any damage to it.
True.
I did.
It's a first.
That's true.
Honorable.
He did everything it could to keep you CC'd.
Yeah.
I'll do it once over the body too while Warden's doing his work.
Okay. Roll investigation. So Warden has taken away the 2 items that you were specifically tasked to grab. Looking about, you see some smaller skulls ringing its belt. Look to be human or humanoid, maybe a goblin, hard to say. There's signs of muck. It seems like this creature might have been using the sewers or something in the inner city. Perhaps where it had set traps or had other monsters in lurk for the party, who can say. Maybe also, as you had heard that there was 2 hags in the city, where the other hag is going. That's actually part of the reason that the Red Mage was getting you to do this, is 3 hags will form a coven, 2 hags will typically be territorial and not work together as well. He wanted to take this one out before a coven formed, and also to get these items. Go ahead.
I was going to relay that information to everybody too.
Okay. You don't really find any items of value, unfortunately, aside from the 2
Oh,
that
good.
Warden had already taken. There are definitely some baubles and trinkets that seem to be interesting, possibly like could be used as spell components, but hard to ascertain the value of them here. You could tell that they would likely have some gold value though.
I'll grab the spell components just to have.
Okay.
You know, there's random crap that I need, and I'm sure Mortiza could want in the future.
So if you choose to sell them, you have collected about 30 gold worth of spell components that you could just turn into gold at the right shop. Or, you know, if it's a component that's flavored correctly to have come from a hag for a spell you might want to cast, I would
I
rather
have
you just
newt.
have it from this hall.
Cool. Warden, you don't want these skulls, right? It's just, you like
No,
the fresh heads.
Well, I need
You
to
see the
slay
guard
it.
looking kind of
If-
taken aback. What?
It's a thing with the Warforged. You know how they are. They're just, I don't get it, but
Warforged
When I
collects
when I
skulls?
hunt a worthy foe, it is sacrificed to my god Sabbath.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, basically.
Jesus Christ, sacrifices to Sovus. That's some old nutty shit. I don't think any of the Sovus people are sacrificial nowadays. It's a little bit intimidating. Please don't sacrifice any townsfolk.
Oh no, they are not worthy.
Well, that's a bit rude, but I guess it's the result I wanted. Carry on. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. Y'all have the option to go check in on Evelyn and the children, if you so desire, just to know what might be happening there. Not something you have to do. You can certainly also just take these items right back to the Red Mage. You can still fuck around with the bag that you have. You've collected everything that seems to be of interest off her person, and tomorrow you would be able to go and send a representative to essentially haggle with one of the lawmakers in this part of the city over a reward on top of what you are getting from the Red Mage for killing a fiend that was terrorizing the city. Unfortunately, both of the Dulars are dead, as the hag drank very deeply thanks to the Dream Orchid potion.
Oops.
I mean, 50% the children are alive, so I would say that's pretty good.
That's better than our usual.
Mortality rate.
Mr. Guard.
The guard is like sighing at overhearing this conversation.
Mr. Guardsperson, sir, I don't know if you need any more of our help, but I can lend you one of my lizards to help carry the body wherever you need to go. They can carry a lot, so.
His friend is like coming back with a hand-drawn cart. Looks over the lizards. I think we'll be okay.
I mean, I know how heavy pulling things can be. I just wanted to offer.
I don't know. Do you got any rope?
Not anymore, but I'm sure one of my friends could give you some, or I will just take it with me. No problem either way.
I think we've lost most of our rope, unfortunately.
I've used a fair amount.
If you want to give them some rope, then I will have them tie 2 lizards to this cart, and it's not really going to get you anything aside from some future rumors of lizards dragging a fiend's body through the city.
That is exactly what I want.
Your decision. You could give them about 20 feet of rope, and it's done.
I give them a couple lizards and rope from our spare supply, and then I will mount one of the
tie
other
a
lizards.
makeshift harness about these lizards to pull this cart as they load the fiend's body up and begin to get on their way. It's a very strange procession, but it's working.
Rango, Toothless, you be good. All right.
Rango.
Make sure to spread the good word.
We only name
But
our
don't
lizards.
tell them about.
We only name our
the
lizards
boot.
from DreamWorks and Pixar movies. No Disney.
What about Littlefoot?
Well, I'm riding Littlefoot.
Alright.
Okay. You can tell Vinny's not saying anything because he
Sad.
Vinny, roll
Yeah.
a d20.
got really quiet after they said that the guy died. Roll a d20,
Yeah.
just like a straight. Okay.
Give it to him straight.
Vinny goes quiet, and you look over to check on him, Morteza, and he's not there out of one eye, but as you close the eye and you look through the wand, there he is, looking depressed in the ethereal realm.
Hey, Vinny.
And after a moment, he blinks back, still sad.
Perhaps you would want one of these.
Hmm.
They deal with the heavier.
He seems to be offering you one of his Xanaxes. Quick release.
Where did you get this?
The herbalist woman. She was very nice to me.
You just take this when you feel sad.
I do. I prefer not to feel. There's a strong emotion that think I've felt enough of.
But once it wears off, nothing's different, though, right?
No, he will still be dead.
Oh, I'm okay, thank you.
Oh, what about this? And I rummage in my pack. You remember your friend Meepo? And I
I
pull out the kobold carved figurine. I've been holding on to this for many time now. I hand it over. Perhaps that will provide you some comfort.
I feel like I'm being treated like a child, Morteza. But thank you nonetheless. I appreciate it.
Okay, the jade figurine goes from Morteza to Vinny's inventory.
Yo, it's been in there this whole time.
I can move it over if y'all can't quite figure it out. I think I had to write it custom, so I might just have to copy it over. But I'll move it into your inventory later. Vinny,
I think I'll go talk to the lawmaster tomorrow and check in on the children.
Okay.
Just to see.
Are y'all gonna head back to the Red Mages now, or check in on Evelyn and the children tonight, or what do you want to do before heading back to the
I mean,
to
probably-
take your rest? And
They probably don't want to see us right now.
Well, they don't know yet. Might as well let them sleep at
yeah. We don't want to give them nightmares.
one last good night's of sleep.
Well, they don't know. They don't even know their mom is dead.
Right, so I don't think it's good
They
for us
thought
to
she
go
just went to visit her family because their dad is trying to lie to them.
On the
Right.
farm up north.
I think we would spoil it if we all went together, so I think it's for the best to not.
Okay. So back to the Red Mage's place then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Any of you guys want to ride?
Can we
I'm gonna
fit?
summon Thunder while.
I'll ride one of the lizards, sure.
I guess I need two lizards to ride.
Are we on the lizard or are we on the cart that the...
The cart is
Lizards
going
are
with the
cart's
body,
gone.
and the guard's
Oh, okay.
and is leaving.
This is
The
purely
lizards
a
are
lizard
like
only
a
experience.
little, much smaller than a horse. Your feet are dragging. The lizard's got some labored breathing as it starts to carry you,
Oh.
but it's able to carry you.
Oh.
Moving a little
Rocket.
faster than you might. Or at least, actually moving about the same speed that you would be.
30
But,
feet of
at
movement.
least you don't have to be walking yourself.
I feel bad watching him labor under Morteza, so
Yeah, I
decided
feel bad too.
not to get on.
These are giant lizards. They can take humanoids.
Giant
Oh, no.
for a lizard. Not
Ah,
giant as in large.
I get off my lizard. Rocket, I thought you were supposed to, protect nature.
That's not anything I've ever tried to do.
Please release these
It's all in
souls.
all about the cycle of
Oh, never
chronic
mind. No,
back
they
pain
can be
for
they
your
can be
lizard.
ridden. They can be ridden.
Yeah.
So never
they're-
mind. They're fine.
Okay.
To be ridden. They don't seem labored or tired.
Oh, okay.
Rocket convinces me to get back on.
It's
Maybe
not.
it would be
It's
rough
still
for
not
Silky.
really moving any
That's
faster.
why I ride.
It is noticeably smaller than a horse, but they're
Yeah.
able to carry all of you with relative ease. They do struggle a little bit with Silky. Warden is kind of like looking back. He's got a smug look on his face, even though he didn't do much in combat, as he's riding ahead and having to have Thunder slow down a little bit to be able to keep pace with y'all.
I'm gonna walk next to the
It's
group.
a
that says-
strange procession that makes it back into the main city and headed to the Asher's Hill as you go through the guard gates from Lake Town.
And they'll go away. after
Thunder
an hour.
and Warden looking majestic at the front of a pack, and about about 10 minutes away, or 5 minutes away from the Red Mage's house, as Thunder is strolling through, you're still drawing a lot of looks from the people that are starting to wake up, as it's now about 6 in the morning. Yeah, it's probably actually that's not true. It's at night, right? So it's like 3 a.m. Do y'all want to just
Yeah,
go to
that's
sleep,
right.
or do you want to go to the Red Mage's house at 3 a.m.?
Uh,
They'll be up, but
Lizards don't sleep.
I meant people. You.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we can
well,
sleep in tomorrow.
I don't
That's-
sleep.
Let's
Alright.
go talk to him. Get it
Strike
done.
Yeah.
the irons
There
hard.
are a few people about in the alleys that give some odd looks to this procession. Some folks skulking in some guard processions. You're actually passing a guard procession when suddenly all of the lizards disappear out from under you. All 5 of you falling and landing a little bit awkwardly, while you hear a like snuffy coming from Thunder as he like shakes his head while like glancing back at all the lizards that have disappeared.
Warden starts whistling as well.
This eerie dirge coming from the Warforges of the guards who are giving a strange look, and you heard a chuckle now take a very wide berth of your party, and you're able to make it back to the Regimage's house.
It's alright, I'll just cast it 4 more times. It's fine.
Oh my
How many
god.
third level spells do you
No.
have, bro?
I only got 2. It's fine.
As you knock on the door, you are invited inside again as the mage appears to be awake. And as you enter in, he turns about. I just recently left my trance. I hope you have good news to share.
The best you could say, given the Master Mage.
Then you have the items I requested.
Yes, and one dead hag to boot.
Delightful. And he waves his hand, and this bag of gold appears on his desk. The sum we agreed upon, then, for the items, as he extends the hand he waved.
I'll take them out and hand them to him.
Ah, the Heartstone and the Soul Bag. Difficult items to get the hand on, for certain. Night hags are notorious, very dangerous, hard to find. I appreciate this work greatly.
Can I ask you a question about the soul bag?
You may.
Are the souls of the people who she ate in there? Like, are they still recognizable as people?
As she feeds upon the vitality of her victims, eventually killing them, she will slip back into the ethereal and pluck the soul before it might pass on. Normally what happens is those without any lingering regrets will move on through the ethereal quite quickly towards their afterlife or other planes that their gods may or may not call them to. But many linger, many more so in Kirkwall especially, as the veil, as I said, is quite thin here. The hag will grab these spirits as they leave the body and thrust them into this bag. And typically, I believe they are used as currency of some sort in the 9 hells.
What are you going to do with them?
The bag is what is important to me more so than the souls within it. I do not yet know what I will do with them.
Hey, Vinny, I think you're Mr. Dollar, so it's also in there.
What?
I think having a murdered wife and orphaned 2 children would count as unfinished business. That is all I'm saying.
Right.
Yes, that is normally the hag's goal, is to cause great distress and violence to its victim to ensure that it will not pass on quickly as well.
Is there anything we can do to help their transition across now, or can you do
For
anything?
Mr. Dulaw?
Sure.
There is nothing I can do for this at the moment. Although such a transition is, in fact, exactly why I wanted these bags, as it is something I'm quite interested in learning more about. I do not know how to help him, unfortunately. Perhaps one day I will, or another will, but it is outside of my knowledge at this time.
Am I getting like any bad vibes about like what he like? Is he just doing it for just like
Roll inside.
his like own
Academic interest.
academic curiosity, or does he have any like?
Roll inside.
Yeah. No.
What are you thinking right now about what he wants to do with it? What's the vibe that you've just gotten from the conversation?
It's been kind of hard to get a read on him, so I was hoping he would have some kind of like positive.
The only
thing
thing
to
that you've
say.
really noted at this point is that at no point has he said that he wanted to help Mr. Delar's passage or that he was going to release the soul.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. We kind of just sold this guy out for 3,000 gold, but
3,500.
yeah.
I mean, we had no way of stopping the hag from doing her business before, unfortunately, without getting really lucky. And the fact that we were able to stop her at all that quickly, I think, should be a pretty big win for us. If you think about
Couldn't
it,
agree more.
if you think about it, from all the information we've heard, if we let her continue on doing what she's doing, she would have feasted on a lot more people. It's unfortunate we got there when we did, but at the end of the day, we probably saved tens, if not hundreds more.
Master Gnome is correct.
Vinny,
This
if
creature would have sought out further prey and entrenched itself in the city, and doubtless the presence of 2 hags would have led to the appearance of a third.
no, we still have one who is feasting, no?
Yeah. What
It
about
is
that other
not a
head?
night hag that hides in the city anymore.
Oh. As a result of our actions?
Unfortunately, this one is out of I cannot see, as it knows I was watching it at one point.
So you
may
can,
have tips if you wish, but as I said, it is no night hag, and it's not having
You
the
have
items
a-
I'm curious upon.
a finger on the pulse of fiendish creatures in the city, you could say, perhaps?
I keep my eyes open, yes. The
And
one
you work-
specifically that is here is referred to as a dusk hag.
And you work in opposition to these creatures now?
When it suits me, as it did in this regard.
What about the Rakshasa?
Oh, good call, good call.
What do you know of Rakshasa?
Far
they're
too much.
And he sits down and kind of like leans back. Do you share?
If one were in the city, would you care?
There is one in the city.
Do you care?
Not particularly, no.
No. Should
They're
we
a-
care?
They're a greedy, manipulative fiend that seeks power and wealth, and also eats people. I do not much
What?
care for the populace of this city, pitiful humans as they mostly are. And so,
Well-
the Rakshasa, nor do I particularly care for wealth or power, and so in neither regard is the Rakshasa my concern.
I guess we could say Sauros doesn't eat people, so he's got that on him.
What is your concern then?
Or persuasion.
Oh, it's like get him to tell me.
Yeah.
Benny.
I'll take the last Dos Equis.
Good call, Betsy.
Thank you. It's that or
In lieu of the
You are a
3,500
highlight.
gold?
Oh
no. That's an expensive Dos Equis now. He'll lean back a little bit. I have a loved one who suffers from a disease that I do not yet know how to cure. and I believe my studies will help me. It is also why I prefer to be here, in this place, with such a thin veil between the ethereal and the material plane. There are many lingering ghosts and regrets in this city, and I believe it will better suit my pursuits. That is all I am willing to speak on the matter.
You said he's like a half elf, right? Or an elf?
He's an elf. He
He's an
identified
elf.
himself as coming from the Empire that lies to the south of the Free Marches, south further than Dolton, which is
Okay.
right below it.
And is like the disdain for humans common, I guess, to be expected for an
The
elf?
specific empire, so both of the elvish kingdoms that were once flourishing, the full elvish kingdoms, went to war with the Imperium, the Eberonian Imperium, and lost. The Elven Empire that lies to the south did not lose as badly, but its lands were encroached upon slightly, and it is kept to itself for the most part since. The other elvish kingdoms were pretty much crushed. They're down to like their last cities that are more cities in hiding than out in the open. So high elves and full elves in human society are a good bit rarer, as the Imperium was very fond of taking them slaves.
Okay.
And,
Hey guys, I gotta go. So
specifically,
have a good
Go
one.
save
the
some
Empire to
lives,
the south
Ethan.
is long lived, and he would have
Bye,
a long
Cathan.
memory of that. Bye, Cathan. Thanks so much for being able to make it. Really glad that you're able to join us. Sorry you weren't able to do much in combat.
Go
no
save
worries,
some
dude. I
lives.
understand.
First
It's,
time for
it's a
everything.
compliment for being so heavily CC'd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.
Have a good one. The Elvish Kingdom to the south is known also for elves that tend to be very long-lived. For reasons that you don't really know, but just what you've heard about, is that they're longer lived than most other elves, or any elves that have been taken into captivity. And it's likely that he has memories dating back to a time when his people were treated a good bit more harshly by humans.
Okay.
That's just general history, so you're good. You would roughly be aware of that. Even
I would
if you
get
don't-
why he
you don't
he
know.
has a
You might
bag.
not know the specifics, but you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I get it. He doesn't like humans. Fair enough.
Luckily, there's only one here.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
only reason, and that's the only member of the party he's treated with disdain.
Is there anything else you need from us that we can help you with? I mean, obviously it's been a somewhat fruitful relationship so far.
Very, very. If anything else immediately comes to mind, I will certainly let you know. At this time, I do not require anything, although, and he glances over at Rocket, seeing as the Master Gnome was able to produce a very rare plant from the Feywild, if you have a source on other such things, that would be appreciated. If you might bring more Fey life to me that I could keep and power it with my spells and potions.
I'll keep an eye out. Any
Aside
weird,
from that, sorry, go ahead.
any weird plant stuff that we don't need, you'll be the first one on my list.
Much appreciated. Aside from that, the only thing that you have mentioned of interest to me, unless you want to trade some items, was the library we spoke of which you have already told me you do not have a way to help me gain access to.
We're working on that.
If I find that I have need of you, I will reach out. For now you may go. Take your gold, and my thanks. Leave your warforged friend here, and I will finish his wardings.
Oh, I had one quick question for you as we're heading out. What are your thoughts on Steve's magic shop?
Steve.
Is it worth our time?
Yes. He is a skilled artificer for a human. I have worked with him before to have items or barter supplies that he might utilize. Some time
Alright.
back, I had to fetch. He came to me with some odd requests at time to time. Feathers from a Shadowfell raven at one point. Tears from a dryad. Strange things, but achievable. He is a skilled if strange man that does not have the sense for naming things. Do you know the full name of his shop?
Don't think I've been told it. Nope.
Steve's stupendous shop of shiny magical stuff.
You're right, that is terrible.
He said he loves alliteration, and I tried to tell him that he should use the word spellbound instead of magical, but he had already made the sign and insisted he would not change it. It is a point of odd annoyance for me, to be honest.
I'll remember that. Be sure to give him some guff for not going with the spellbound, like you
Regardless,
said.
as I said, skilled for a human. He can make many an item if you tell him what you are after, and likely has some goodies that a party such as yourself might be interested in.
Good to know. Well, appreciate the help. If there's anything else we can do for you in the future, be sure to reach out. We'll be here for a little while longer.
Very well. He waves his hand. My thanks. And Warden stays, and the rest of you go. Good job. 3,500 gold in the bank.
We could outfit the
Now
whole
I can go
unit of
shopping.
Silkies.
Vay's never heard of this much money before.
So, Silky, you weren't here, but you got in a fight with your family. Last
What
session.
was it that I brought my grandson into a fight?
He actually lied pretty well about it.
He kept his mouth shut, and he has for a few nights. But you got in an initial argument about disrespecting him in front of his son and family. Arguments over the fact that he's been having to pay for the house ever since your coffers started to run a little bit dry from retirement, and especially since you've been gone, and that you just come back acting like you can do whatever.
Yep, sounds about right.
And
No respect.
as you return at a very late hour, they're asleep, and you're able to all go and take your rests until about 11 in the morning.
I have nothing to rest.
That's true. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get into the fight. Sorry.
You got some bruises on you from banging through the wall.
Yeah, I have some cuts from some glass, and that's about it.
I had a whole dungeon crawl and minions planned. You shot her in
We
the
can
back.
still go there.
Martessa.
Do you want to see? Do you just want to do a one shot right now, Dylan?
One shot crawl through the sewers. Deal with that.
If you had
We'll
left
do-
a note on her that said
We'll do an
"Hey,
alternative.
come find me in the sewers," we
We'll
would
do
have
an
been dumb enough
alternative
to go.
reality shot. One shot. What could have been one day.
Yeah.
For that,
I
for the
will-
hack fight.
Fight part 2. No lizards allowed.
What if?
I would have told everybody that she smelled like the sewers.
Yeah. Had clear
So,
signs that she had been in the sewers.
We can
Dylan
have that
can-
nugget of information for the future.
Dylan can only watch. He will not intervene.
I hear you.
I was like, I have to let her die here. I can't DM Fiat her out of this. They've done too much damage.
If
Ugh.
Morteza hadn't done the big hit, it might have been.
Well, yeah, and there's like a max or a min health essentially, and y'all did way more than the max. So I was like, yeah, she's dead. Very well done. Before we close the session, I think we will essentially play out just the next day of chores, as you do get a letter that your son gives to you in a terse manner, Silky. News from the Hollingsworth family. An update on the ship. And
Wow.
as you head over there, as I'm assuming that's what you do right away,
Mm-hmm.
is everyone else joining or going about on separate errands?
You'll be all right, right, Silky?
Yeah, I mean, can someone pick up that piece of armor I ordered?
I guess I'm the only one that went with you besides Rocket. I could go
Hey.
do it.
Can you take the Bank of Vinny with you?
Yes. I mean, it might not be good for Silky, but yes, I can take it.
Soros commit. Well, it sounds like we're going
I mean,
on a
just
quick
take the purse with you.
quick
That's what I'm
shopping
saying.
trip. Maybe the four of us go over to the blacksmith and then Steve's, while Suki checks up on.
Sure.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus,
That would be the
looking
next
over at Benny Jr., maybe after lunch we can go to the zoo, huh? Huh? That menagerie, sorry. That's what
I have algebra after lunch.
What day of the week is it right now?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, thank you, Benny. Okay. Maybe this weekend we'll do something.
Another time.
That'd be awesome.
You see, Big Benny did not learn his days in the school that he attended.
I didn't really go to school, yeah.
Days are overrated.
I mean, the fact that you have a son in general is still crazy to me.
I don't have a
It's all-
son. I'm only
I'll
15.
I'll leave the room. Podcast kids.
So, Silky, as you go to the Hollingsworth family, you get an update. They have not gotten a permission to search from the two other noble families, the Dumars or the family whose name is difficult for me to recall. Sorry.
The two other families. It's okay.
The other family is... God damn it, one note. Where are they?
I got Dumar mixed up with Duval. Mixed up with...
Yeah, I've noticed.
Stella.
I'm a very big fan of like
The Mel
certain,
family?
certain letters. I go to D a lot.
Deers.
Amel, Udana, Dodd,
Dodson.
Dodd Neal.
Dimmy Blades.
What is it? DeSantis.
They are not in the city, but they are a family. Y'all are
Well,
remembering most of
MG.
them. So the Amels and the Hollingsworths are your allies, it seems. The Dumars are the Viscount's family.
Okay.
And they have not gotten permission to search the Dumars harbors or the fourth family, who I'm just going to rename, and I'll share it next session.
Do they know why, or they just say no?
They are. What he's telling you is that he's actually not even been able to get a chance to meet in person with the Viscount. And apparently his request has not been looked at by him and has not gotten approval because of that. But he knows it hasn't arrived in any of his harbors, and he's tried to send some spies that got rejected from the harbor of sort of their rival ally, their rival noble family that took their spot on the Council of Leaders.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks maybe if you guys got some help from the Profashis that you might be able to sneak in, as he kind of like
That's what I was thinking.
it's like they might be able to help, criminals that they are, and he doesn't look happy that he's having to resort to that help. But what I really was calling you over here about is we do think we will be able to get to speak in person to the Viscount, as we've been invited to a party, a major event at his manor. It will be this Sunday, and I've asked for the right to be able to bring some guests,
Oh no.
and I have received it. Would you and your party join us? Myself and my sister.
Yeah.
You would be our guards and guests. I don't know that weapons will actually really be fully allowed, so it may be more guards in name. But there will be many a influential face of Kirkwall will be at this party, and I'm confident that we'll be able to get a private meeting with the Viscount as at least his assistant said that he would be able to pencil us in after his announcements.
Dylan, I did have written down, sorry, that Brian Udona is also a name.
Yes,
I don't
Brian
know.
Udona is the
Okay.
He's the ugly harpy
merchant,
guy.
Yeah, ugly
merchant on
harpy
the
guy.
Council of Leaders that you met briefly. That was eating with Mr. Profashri when you first met him.
He's gross.
But not the
And
guy you're talking
He
about.
owns the ugly harpy, not the guy I'm talking
I was
about.
gonna say the
now.
ugly harpy guy.
Yeah,
He's gross looking.
He is gross looking.
not the other port owner.
Nope.
He might be the only gross-looking NPC in all Dylan's.
That makes him especially gross looking.
Ling Ling's kind of ugly.
Ling Ling was endearingly ugly.
True. Well, you know, I had to make it an ugly guy, a sleazy looking businessman, what owned the ugly harpy. Otherwise, y'all would like him too much. I want you to fight for this chain and its survival against this corporate menace.
More so than we did for Urki.
You're
That's,
trying to send
that's
spiral.
Schrodinger's Urki to you, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I'll.
So you've been invited to a party on Sunday to attend with the Hollingsworths, and you will
Can
need
I-
to get some noble-ish attire to look your best, and may
Can
or may not be
I-
able to take weapons in. It's not clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, and can I ask if I can have a +3 to bring my family as an olive branch to them?
I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Bringing along an extra 6 people was already kind of a stretch.
I mean, we can leave some of the party out. I don't think they're going to want to attend. I'll say I have 6 invites, and I'll pick who I take. How about that?
If you want to bring along 1 or 2 others, that's fine, but no children, please.
Okay, perfect. This is going to be my olive branch to
Okay.
Mink and Maggie.
That's fine.
And this party's being hosted by the Dumars?
The second young Benny tells the truth about going to a whorehouse and fighting in a bar and seeing a demon, you're getting kicked out of that house, Soki.
This is
The very second.
This is when I tell them at the party,
Okay,
so they can't.
it's a good
react.
move. Benny's still got some wisdom saving throws to make it that far without spilling the beans.
For the rest of his life.
There was a nice little funny sequence that I'll try to link the timestamp to in the video where it's just Saros and I had you in character tell Saros and Vinny to teach him how to lie to his parents on the walk back, and he's like, right, okay, we didn't do anything, we just went to a nice field with whores and stuff. It's like little sequences of that. No whores. I don't know anything about whores. Things like that. It was pretty fun. So
Dylan, this
that
party's
takes-
hosted by the... Sorry, this party's hosted by the Dumars? Got it. Just want to make sure.
Apparently, we'll have influential news and influential people from all over Kirkwall. So if you thought you'd met a lot of NPCs before.
You thought you saw ugly NPCs before.
No,
waiting
they're all
for
going to
this
be
party.
beautiful.
They're all gonna be hot.
I'm
What are
not
you
even
talking
going to try to lie about it. They're all going to be hot.
Ugly people don't go to parties.
Ugly people
Yeah,
don't get
it's true.
invited to parties. You probably will see Udona though, as he's on
We'll be the
Council of
ugliest
Leaders.
people there.
Not true. Udona will be there. He's on the Council of Leaders, so. Anywho, on the flip side, y'all are able to stop over at the blacksmith, drop 750 gold for your
Plate armor.
half plate.
Or what'd you get? Half plate.
And do you want to head over to Steve's magic shop, which would be the last thing we do this session?
Sure.
I got a hankering for Steve's.
Okay.
Got an itch.
That only Steve can scratch.
I must have forgotten when I said it was okay to spend 750 gold.
You didn't. You never.
Ugh.
Oh,
I
Easy.
think this was withheld
I
from you.
deserve this.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
Can you all see this map?
yes.
Yes.
Great. I'm just going to pull you in. Everyone that is here.
Oh no. Morteza and I are drunk already.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Drunk with
drunk on victory and power.
and the
Hello!
ability to. Hello.
Welcome to my stupendous shiny stop sorry, fuck, I do that every time. My stupendous and shiny my stupendous shop of shiny stuff. What can I do for you?
Seems you have a nice selection here.
I do. I've also got a basement full of magical items, and I do made a home order if you like. Anything in particular you're looking for?
I don't want to, be too forward, but we do have a fair amount of money we could spend.
Oh.
And we've heard great things about this shop.
Well,
I've
that is
asked
because
around.
I am a expert artificer, as they say.
Now, I can't say that we're going to spend all this money, but if you tempt us enough, we might be able to come up with a good trade for both of us. Now we all partake in magic in one way or another. We have a wizard, a bard. What are you, Vinny? You do something, I don't know. And I work with plants mostly, but I try to supplement with magic where I can. So, well, I don't know how best you like to do business, but if you want, we can browse and come back to you with things that look interesting, or if you have anything that you think us adventurers like us could really dig into or might see some value out of, feel free to let us know.
All right.
Otherwise, we'll get to looking.
Well, let me just throw a few things your way, right, just to get us started. He picks up, grabs the club. This right here. This is a Hellfire club, right? Made from infernal iron. Veins of Hellfire. Ooh. And you can see along this club, it's like an iron club, and there's like these red lines that glow all up and down it. Yeah. Anything that gets killed by an attack with this thing instantly bursts into fire, and they say it gets reborn as a devil. I don't know that part for a fact, as it doesn't happen here, right in front of you, but that's what I hear. But that's just one, right? I got a lot of things. This thing over here pops up with a brooch. You wear this necklace, right? Anything that would be able to detect you as a human, or like pick up your alignment, they can't tell. It's just neutral. They have no idea. Wild, yeah? And this thing, over here, it picks up rummages through some more shit. This circlet, right? When you spend some time getting to know it, attuned to it, as the youngsters call it. This makes you into the perfectly attractive human. Peak attractiveness of your chosen race. As I see, not all of you are human. It figures it out, and you do it, and it does it. It's incredible, right? Yeah.
Vinny, do you have one of those?
It's just like a disguised self, but it selects.
No, it's an altar shape that literally just makes you more attractive.
There's the circlet of hotness.
Yeah. That everyone is already wearing in my campaign.
Okay.
And this, the piece de resistance. I made this item myself. One of my very first perfect creations. So, what you do is it can summon not an illusion, but a real physical summon that can't really fight, unfortunately, but it can take a hit for you anytime. I can do it if you tried to punch me, right? I could summon it at will, right? It would take the punch for me.
What is it?
Oh, observe. And he flourishes his cloak. I call it the Cloak of Steve. And a
Fantastic.
kind of looks like a younger version of Steve himself. Way better hair, clearly, in his youth. Appears before you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, right? I was quite the looker back in my youth.
Guys, we have to get this going. Oh my god.
I mean, Vinny, I think we have to break open the bank for this one.
Well,
And he'll like take a hit
Just for you, Sam.
For you,
Oh yeah.
I'll do a sacred flame at him, or I'll like light the sacred flame in my hand and be like, "May I try?" And
Sure.
I'll push at him.
And the Steve like dives in front of it, and the fire like bursts upon him. Roll damage.
I thought I was having a stroke when I saw
It's the best sacred flame I've
He's
ever
all
done.
right. He takes 11 points of damage, and he remains. Yeah. He could take 2 of those, I bet.
This is
Oh.
amazing.
But then he would disappear. You know, it's not real. I stored a younger image of myself. It doesn't really work as a body double anymore like it used to, but still protects me in a pinch.
But if it was like a hidden attack, like you didn't know it was coming, would he still be aware of it?
No, I'd get killed.
Okay, so you have to be aware of it,
Well, yeah. I mean, how can I summon him if
Block it.
I don't know that it's coming?
or if
Right.
he's just always there, walking
I mean,
around.
he's not omni. I'm good. I'm not that good. Jeez.
Okay,
Not yet.
How? I like you
it's a
already.
reaction.
Mhm.
It's a like reaction spell, basically.
You want me to read this magic item to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cloak of Steve.
Getting ideas?
The Cloak
Dude.
of Steve.
Do duplicates get close?
This, and he's like, this thing actually does 2 things, right? Observe. And he whips the cloak around, and he transforms into the younger Steve as well.
Whoa.
Oh man.
His voice changes a little bit. So this is what it does, right? Yeah, as a reaction, you can summon a spectral protector named Steve. He appears between the wielder and the would-be attacker, and the attacks automatically target Steve in place of the wielder. AC 14, 20 HP, disappears when he goes to 0. And as an action, you can cast essentially Alter Self, and the disguise is always Steve.
It's always Steve.
It's always
Thank
Steve.
God.
You alter yourself.
gonna be
You alter yourself into Steve.
I was gonna be so mad if that wasn't the case.
That's all coming up, Steve.
Yeah. He made it and stored his own person in it from his younger days,
It's glorious.
and that's what you get.
And is this made for humans
And
to use?
I
or
found
not?
this. I found this in. This is a homebrewed item out of D&D Beyond, one of the more popular homebrew items. And the second I saw it, literally in March, I was like, I'm putting this in this fucking game and using
Yes.
Steve
love
Harrington.
it.
I think we're gonna pass. Actually, sorry.
Nah, there's really nothing of interest here, Mr. Steve.
How much would this be, Steve?
Well, hang on, let me pull up my prices.
I'll like overboard and be like, let me negotiate.
Oh,
It's a pretty good item. Yeah, I made it. It's heartfelt. I can't make this item ever again because I don't look like this anymore.
You look great, sweetie.
You're not here. Your compliments go unheard.
Thank you, metagaming pigeon.
I'd be willing to part from it for 1,000 gold.
Might as well just get really big. Looking back,
Uncommon magic items are pretty much always going to be almost 1,000 gold.
no, yeah. We as players know that, but we as characters have never purchased something so expensive.
I mean, we got the money, right? I mean, good.
Be
Technically, it's
Let's be clear.
it's not going anywhere if Vinny the miser isn't feeling up to it. You can
Let's be-
certainly wait and get more money.
Let's be clear. Who is this? Who is this for? It seems like everybody kind of wants this. Who is this for?
Well, someone that would probably be in combat sometimes, and also, or in melee, sometimes, doesn't have the ability to change their form naturally, at least into another humanoid. You can do that pretty easily. Salros can do that pretty easily. Morteza if he's in melee, he's already out of it.
No, that's what I have my sword for.
And I mean, I don't know about Warden and Silky, but I don't think they want to be looking like someone as ugly as that.
Whoa,
I
hey,
think they.
that's
It's a lot of words.
That's 1,100 gold for that shit.
Well, you haven't met them.
Yeah.
They're already. You
All right, fair enough.
Trust me.
Maybe they've already got their own circlets or something.
trust me when I say they look pretty good themselves.
I thought I looked.
It's a lot of words.
He's still transformed as his younger self. I thought I looked pretty good, like this back then.
Oh, you do, but you know, for them it's a side grade. For people like me, I mean, I'm just saying. These ears are pretty noticeable. I don't know.
Well,
if
not
you-
from down there.
Does the height difference affect it?
See,
Like,
No,
If
alter,
like-
alter self will just change his height.
okay. Well,
stuff like that.
Well, Ronka, it
That's all.
sounds like you're using a lot of words to just say that you want it for yourself. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't push that idea.
Vinny, will
but-
you deny him the experience of being full size?
Remember,
There have been some instances.
he made you roll persuasion to get that orchid from him.
Yeah. I mean, I could foresee some scenarios where I might need to change my appearance into someone more attractive, certainly. And
All right, back to
I might
1,000.
need a cloak like this.
Steve's like nodding to himself. Back to 1,000, I guess. Yeah.
Do a persuasion check on me.
This is my key skill, right?
With advantage.
Oh,
Yeah,
Let's go.
14 might do it.
not bad.
I'll just roll it. No.
Ah!
I'll like groan at him and be like,
We can,
Look, I'll
we
put
can do
in-
it in installments if you like.
Charge it.
But it goes up to 1,050. You know, if you pay over time. I don't know how much
Oh.
money you've got on
Well,
you.
I imagine, or
5%
before we
interest
commit,
is very reasonable.
if we bought it right now, could you do 800?
As I said, I was very attached to this item. You know, I can't. This is me. He gestures at himself, and then also at the other version of Steve that's standing next to him.
We are an adventuring party, as you can
Oh.
probably tell.
So
Would
you're
you?
planning to buy more stuff, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, but what would you say if, since you clearly have a personal connection to this item, what if we were able to stay in contact with you and we could maybe like give you updates about how you performed in battle? Like we could say like, oh, you want to hear what Steve did the other day?
Could
And
you
I mean,
sing my praises while using this cloak? Right? Let people know more about my shop?
Soros is gonna strum on his lute, be like,
very fancily.
that's what I was born to do.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Not to affect this role, but you know, I don't mean to brag or anything, but we've already trying to set up contacts with other fine establishments. You might have heard of the Ugly Harpy. We're doing business with them as well.
I don't know if I'd call that a fine establishment, but I'll tell you what. Right? You come back here, any magic item that you would buy from someone else, you come to me first. Alright? I'll match that price. We'll let you know if it's a scam. And in return, I won't reduce the price of this item, but I'll give you 150 off of your next purchase. 150 gold off next purchase.
I mean-
Essentially, it's 850 gold as long as you shop again. Yeah?
That's not bad.
You know, if we keep a beneficial relationship, I hear maybe that people are enjoying hearing about Steve's accomplishments. Might be looking at a discount in the future for other stuff.
Can I pull Morteza aside too? Just say, hey,
Yeah.
just so we're all on the same page. This is a pretty good shop, right? It seems like they have a lot of good stuff here, not
Yeah,
just the stuff
I
you
mean-
showed. Just
Yeah.
want to make
So
I know
you're
the
saying-
Red Wizard said, but I just
What you're
want to
looking
get.
for?
Okay.
You're saying
Just-
that pretty much every item you could find in a shop across the city you could get for us here, pretty
Price
much.
match guarantee. Magical items, Vinny. Magical items.
Magical items.
Yeah, not every item. But magical
Yes.
items.
Okay.
I have quite a few connections. Don't know if you know anything about the Red Mage, lives down the street. He's gotten some stuff for me before, and I myself am a card-carrying member of the Black Emporium. Yeah, you've heard of that, right? I can shop there too. I can get a lot of stuff.
What's the Black Emporium?
Oh, you haven't.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We also love the Black Emporium.
Oh. Well, no, it's okay. Plenty of people don't know. You know, there's nothing to feel ashamed about or embarrassed. For
I'll just scowl at Rock.
We're in the middle of a negotiation here.
unimpressive
I'm in the
knowledge
middle of
of magical items. Happens to many folk. But yeah, plenty of normal people like yourselves don't know about it.
Because you can't buy fruit there.
Black Emporium is just alright. It's real creepy. It's so you can only get in if you get an invitation and a card, right? And he'll let you come as long as you want, as long as you have this invitation. And you put it up against certain doors, and if you open the door instead of going in there, you go to the Emporium. Pretty wild. He collects a lot of old magical shit, and I can buy from him for materials to make my own stuff, or if he just got something real nice, I get to collect it. So I wound up spending a lot of money there in between Red Mage, and to be honest, most of my wealth is in the items, not really liquid. So I kind of need the money as well. You know, 1,000 gold goes a long way.
I
1,000 gold now.
You tend to get big purchases, not lots of consistent business when you're in the magical item business. You know what I mean?
He's got a point.
1,000 gold now. In exchange, we tell people about Steve and talk to you.
Well, you give me some credit, right? As I continue to sell you cool magical stuff, and I'll make you something, if that's what you're about as well. As I'm good at that, real good at that. I do customs.
And then you give
all the
us
time.
the discount on our next purchase, which is
150 off your next purchase, and you know, like I said, if we can establish some equitable business, could be a future discounts. Who can say?
Okay, Steve. I think that's. I'll look to the group and see if they are telling me to go.
Can I do one check to see if he's trying to screw us over or anything? Just a quick hit of bullshit sniffing.
Yet another character that Morteza be super jealous of, the Black Emporium.
He's good. He's good.
I mean, yeah. How do you feel about him?
I love him. He's
you
great.
already felt like you trusted him, so you continue to trust him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Red Wizard vouched for him, and all those random people vouched. Well, yeah, he can't be a bad guy.
Seems reasonable.
Well,
You paying
Now,
him?
yes.
Yep.
All right, take 1,000 gold out and take your cloak of Steve. It's already in the inventory. You
Let's
can
go.
add it.
Yeah.
I hope Clark
What will you
doesn't.
do
I hope Clark
first?
doesn't see the VOD and Kathan doesn't see the VOD, so you can summon it. It's a surprise.
oh,
As he looks sad, bundling it over, but when you hand him the gold, he's like, "Yes." Ah, I didn't know if I was going to be able to pay tax this month. Whew.
Now, Steve, I personally loved all the other things you showed off, but
Yep.
I'm not feeling as much of an urge for them personally, unless
Okay.
any of my companions are really compelled to look at those further. Glancing around, not seeing much. I
Well,
think.
What about if I can choose some other things, right?
Okay.
Run downstairs and then run back up if you give them a moment.
Yeah, don't forget Bard, Wizard, Druid.
Right, coming right back.
Yeah, just wanna.
Comes charging back up. He's like, okay. How about this? Right, similar price range is what I figured you were after. He comes with like 4 more items. Really, I guess 7 more items. It's these right here, yeah. Goggles. Night vision. See through
Ooh.
darkness.
Benny.
Puts those down. This right here, holds up a little ring. Walk on water. No shit. Don't even have to get your feet wet.
That could be pretty helpful.
I need it.
These, he holds up 2 gloves, help tremendously with swimming and climbing. Way faster. If you got these on. Yeah. And these, he holds up some horseshoes. You put these on your horse, leaves no tracks. Yeah. Moves faster, no problem with mountains or harder terrain, and untrackable. For a normal tracker, I guess. I mean, it still poops, so maybe... you get what I'm saying.
Of course, of course.
What do you think?
How much is that ring?
Water walking?
Mm.
1,500.
You mean
by the
900,
gods?
Oh, my mistake. You're right. 1,350.
What?
He said 1,000. He said 1,500 minus 150.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you meant 1050 for a second.
No.
I don't think we've had the need for that. Really?
Vinny,
Have we?
maybe not in your life, but
Well,
I've encountered a lot of
You know
water.
what the wise adventurers say. I can tell you lot are clearly new, not knowing about the Black Emporium. Sorry, no offense. But you need to be prepared for what you're not prepared for.
And Vinny, I am woefully unprepared for water.
Yeah, right. See, if you're only preparing after the thing that happens that you weren't prepared for, then you're not going to be prepared for it. You had
Out of character, I don't really need this. It's just that if it exists in Morteza, I don't really.
No, I think we can pass
What?
on.
I mean,
I'm
it
of
would
the
be-
opposite mind.
Clearly, you are the one I need to be negotiating with, good sir.
Seems that way, doesn't it? But
He does do this a lot to us.
we had the climbing. Maybe the glasses, the glow in the see in the dark, could be useful.
But Vinny, if you have the water rocking, would never need the gloves of swimming.
What about? I got something good, but it's more expensive than all 3 of these.
Okay.
You said you had
alright.
7 items, right?
Well, the horseshoes are 4.
That's almost cheating, Steve.
I'm just saying what he came up with in his hands. That was just me describing it, not Steve saying.
Okay.
Steve has a lot of shit in his basement. Steve has a lot of shit in his basement.
Okay.
I got a necklace that can let you read thoughts.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would pair very well with my ability to read lips. Nothing
It
getting
is.
past rock gut.
More expensive than most of these items, though. So I don't know, maybe out of your price range. I don't know if you could afford it.
Can you? I'm gonna stand over here, and can you test it and see?
Well, I'm not attuned to it, so no.
Oh, okay.
I got like
Come back tomorrow.
like 100 magic items. You think I can just attune to all of this? Come on now.
I figured there's some benefit to.
I'm maybe now that I won't have my cloak anymore. I'll put it on and figure out what the customers want before they know. Of course.
I feel like that would be a useful, yeah. Oh.
Okay. I've thought about it, and the price on it has gone up. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot of stuff, right? Clearly interesting things that you might want. Yeah.
You surely do, and I appreciate the business we've done already. I personally feel like I am satisfied with our trip. Though I cannot
happy to help.
speak for my friends. I know we will be back soon.
If you do bring, the right stuff, I can also even potentially help enchant it some. But yeah, just let me know.
I think we're gonna hold on to our discount.
Understandable.
be back.
Understandable. Well, all the best then.
Don't go nowhere.
Thanks so much for your business. Use my cloak well and spread the name of Steve's shop.
Don't worry, I will.
Of
I mean,
shiny,
we will.
stupendous stuff that is magical.
Did you ever? No, never mind.
Have a good one.
I was wondering if you.
Adios, Steve.
All right.
Thank you very much
that
for your time.
is gonna wrap up our session.
I want that cloak.
You got the cloak.
It's not in my inventory.
You can add it.
Can I add the half plate into my?
You also can add the
Inventory
half
or-
plate into your inventory. Connor, make sure you take 1,750 gold out.
I did.
In a fell swoop, half of the gold that you earned
Yeah.
spent instantly.
Or
And
It is.
Guess
Sam,
who now has disadvantage on stealth?
just like everyone else.
pretty
in the
much all of
party.
us.
Yep.
Blessing of the Trickster can't help very much if everybody needs it.
That's true. All right, Sam.
They made that stake out
I
a
am
little harder.
Adding
I've got it in my
to
inventory
your
now.
journal this Steve token
Hell yeah.
right below
Um,
rock gut, lizard rock gut.
If anybody does not have an attuned item, they should take this Band of the Dryad that I'll no longer be able to use. So,
You
consider
can have
that.
2 attuned items at level 5.
oh shit. Never mind.
No. What were you saying, Rocket?
You could still divvy it out, as I don't think Vinny has anything.
Yeah.
Mortez only has 1.
It's 2d4 plus 2 hit points to you or
Yeah.
anything you touch once a day.
I'll take it.
You can already heal
Okay.
though, is the thing.
Or I guess.
I would consider it for Mortezo or just leaving it on rock gut. If it's just
I guess-
party urgency, if it's magical item equivalents, then it should go to Vinny.
Selfish Morteza will take.
No, Vinny. If you want to cry about it,
Unfortunately,
No,
unfortunately,
I
the
don't-
bank of Vinny is spent only for others.
Clearly, nothing has come across.
And nothing for him just yet. I'm sorry, Connor.
Okay.
If you do have a specific magical item that you think might be fun or something, even just like a range of things that you're interested in, I can think about it for stuff to add. I already had some things in mind for everyone. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get you yours in the near future, but this was the thing I had in mind for Sam for a while now.
My man.
I have,
I would-
something in mind for Betsy and you.
I would not be so
eventually,
cruel
Mortezo
to-
as well.
Deny Steve his rightful.
Even when you made a roll, I was like, "There's no way, even if he beats the roll, he's saying no to
He's
this."
gonna not let him out. I don't know.
10 silver I was ready to part with if you wanted some extra, greasing. That would have gone a long way, right?
Paying him 10 silver so he could pay 1,000.
But 10 silver is how much Betsy thinks that house is worth, so really it's a lot of money, I
Great
guess.
silver.
So, next session.
Go ahead.
You're not gonna be here.
No, we got a special permit to go on a hike, so Sam and I aren't going to be here on
Very
Sunday.
good. Well, we could
She's the
potentially delay it to like Monday, since I think Connor and I would.
That's
invite
Sunday.
Kyle.
I have to
Monday's
drive
not
back.
going to work either.
What the hell, Betsy? How long are you hiking for?
Sam booked something.
What the hell, Sam?
I'm just in charge of the schedule.
Sam does not remember. I think Betsy's lying.
That's
I'll have
how.
to
That's how
coordinate.
Sam tries to get away with being the fun D&D player of the couple. Is he helps plan things too, but he's not the one that delivers the news that they can't come to something. Sorry.
Yeah, we would have to be Tuesday, I
Betsy's
guess.
having to give the bad news every time. It's not fair.
Yeah.
So that's okay. We can definitely look to reschedule or do a one shot. It sounds like 3 people aren't going to be able to make
Replay
next
that
Sunday.
one fight.
Yes.
The one fight, but she gets away, and you have to chase her into the sewers. I have 2 or 3 one shots in mind, and I know Connor wanted to do one, and I could help him also plan out a little
Guess Wiggerson's day off.
bit. But yeah, that is going to wrap up this session. When we do next do a normal session at whatever time, you all are going to have a party to attend.
Oh, yeah.
Lord. I'm going. Well, I could. I think I might want to
You are-
store the party clothes in my shift weave.
You are certainly going to be able to do that. You can store 5 outfits. You're going to need to go to different
Yeah.
tailors and essentially have them make the outfit with the shift
Right.
weave. But you can store all the normal outfits, including what you're wearing now, and just make it your main piece of clothing. But yeah, that's gonna be it. What the
Cool.
fuck was I gonna say? Right, you're going to a party. We will be finally back fully on the main story, essentially. You've got your new fancy magical items. Is there anything in particular you want to try to do with your characters in the next session or two? As technically there are 3 days until the party. Or 5 days?
I might want to go back and explore the Rakshasa cult we left.
Not by yourself, hopefully.
No, but I might.
That was 2.5 days out of the city. So getting there and back.
Oh,
would
yeah,
not
yeah,
be
then never
feasible
mind,
In time for the party. It
Yeah,
is
you're
certainly
right,
something that you should have on your mind. You've been in Kirkwall a week at this point, and in another week you have your follow up on what Hockney told you about.
Yes. Visiting the grave.
So you can certainly try to figure out where that is, as you still don't know.
Oh, I guess that's true.
And yeah, if there's any other errands or things that you want to try to do, you could investigate the docks with the Pravashis, try to like sneak in. There will be some opportunities for that. Just let me know
Cool.
what you hope to accomplish, and I will try to be fully prepared for it.
Yeah, I think for Rocket it would just be the menagerie whenever it's the weekend and
Of course.
checking out the druid lady whenever there's a chance.
Sure, you can certainly go back and visit her, and also good excuse to check back in on the children if you even care about that. Raka,
Yeah, we'll tag along.
who also
Brutal.
seemed relatively blasé about the man dying.
Pretty much everybody
For
except
sure.
for Minnie, it seems.
Whoa! I checked on the kids in the middle of the night.
You were kind of forced by the
Baby.
guards.
Yeah, I was in the area.
All right.
Cool.
Yes,
Well,
good girl.
This was not the long fighting session that I thought it was going to be, but I hope you enjoyed getting your cloak, Sam.
It was great fun.
I was like waiting. Once I revealed the token, I was like, he hasn't seen it yet. Yeah, I've got no reaction. And then you like looked up.
I know. He was like looking at his phone.
Yeah,
and I was
you were like looking away for a second, and I was like, come on.
I was like, there's
It's like
no
a
way.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a fun one.
funny.
Thank
Perfect.
y'all so much as always. Have a good one, everybody.
Thank you, Dylan.
See y'all later.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, there's two Steves.
Bye.